Happy Sunday fun day. Y'all, is R. Kelly being set up? I did not watch his trial. Y'all, let me know. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Let me kind of play with this little green screen and see how this does. No, let's just leave it back. Y'all, anyway, hold on. Let's see what that did. Let's see. Is R. Kelly being set up, you guys? I mean, I have not a clue. I did not watch his court hearing, but for y'all that watched his court hearing, like I said, I did not watch his court hearing. I didn't do no deep dive or anything like that. However, Dr. Umar, he kind of is kind of like giving us the backstory on what happened. Hey, my baby Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy says salute, beautiful prayers for R. Kelly. Hey, baby, welcome. So y'all see, I kind of switched, the background to R. Kelly. I don't know how good it is in the background. Hey, Colum, how are you? Welcome. So I don't know what is going on. Like I said, with the backstory, we know that R. Kelly was charged with Rex trafficking, a whole bunch of charges that basically got him like 30 years in jail, right? Yeah, that's what they're saying. Allegedly, a long time ago he did, but they're saying that 30 years they had allegedly, from what I understand, they kind of made up some charges. And then when they made up charges, now they pinned him to him, and now he's 30 years in jail. And this is just from what I know, y'all. So, I'm just letting y'all know what I know because I did not watch his trial. However, now, remember a few weeks ago, they said that R. Kelly, he got like OD'd. He was given some medicine, and then he had to go to the hospital, North Carolina Duke Hospital, I believe, or something like that. And when they took him to the hospital, the doctors there did confirm that he overdosed, that he did overdose. Was it like a situation where he's supposed to take like an anxiety medicine that may be 10 milligrams or whatever per se, and he was given one pill that was 40 milligrams? I don't know exactly how that went. But they are saying that he was given basically too much medication, for what he was supposed to be, for his dosage. Now, we're going to listen to Dr. Umar because, like I said, I'm like, y'all know over here at the lounge, we keep it 100. Y'all, happy Sunday fun day. And y'all, we are going to listen to Dr. Umar. He went on Art of Dialogue. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. And he was explaining kind of like the backstory, which helped me personally to understand this situation. Because like I said, I didn't watch the R. Kelly trial. I did not see all the pertinent details that it entailed, but they are saying, like, is this like, is the government trying to take these, moguls down? Is it like basically like you didn't do what I tell you to do, or you made music, and is it like a money thing? Are we trying to unalive you? Because y'all know they say they be unaliving the people, that are in Hollywood, who are in the lottie-dottie, we like the party Illuminati gang, right? So, and I'm all stuttering. Anyway, and also they were talking about, what's her name? Angela Stone. Remember Angela Stone? She was about to expose the industry. Remember they were saying she did put out a video, and they were saying that, she was about to expose the industry, that they owed her like a whole lot of money. Hey, DXL TV. Hey, how are you? No Sage, welcome. Jay Legend, welcome. Yeah, so I don't know, you guys. This is just what, Dr. Umar, he has the backstory. He knows a little bit. Even he doesn't know like the whole story. He said he didn't watch certain things or know about certain things with the R. Kelly situation. But yeah, Josh says one car crash. No sir said hello. Thank you. You're welcome. Jay Legend says, hey there. Hey, Jay Legend. How are you? Welcome. So, y'all, we are going to get into it. We're going to see what Dr. Umar was talking about, because I remember with Angela Stone, she had performed her last time. She was in a van. The van got in a crash, and then from what we're hearing, look, what we didn't heard is that they pulled Angie Stone out of the car, the van, and then a tractor trailer came, and then that's basically what killed her. I believe that's what I understood from Dr. Umar. But it does, y'all, sound a little suspicious, right? It does sound a little suspicious about the way that how these moguls are coming up unalived, how these moguls are being, sent. Hey, Debbie, welcome. Josh says, two overdosed by accident. Yeah, it's just weird and suspicious, right? It's like, it's kind of scary. It's like, do you want to go and try to be a singer, rapper, actor, dancer, whatever in Hollywood, and then knowing that this is the outcome? As soon as you tell them no, or as soon as you don't know how to work that system, as far as like, you're making music and stuff like that, and if they're keeping some of the stuff that you make, or you're keeping it, and then later on they find out that, oh, we can put this song out, this is going to make us millions, billions, trillions, or whatever, and then they do these type of things like they're doing to R. Kelly, because they said Dr. Umar found out that R. Kelly put out some music, but it was not, let me see, he made some music, but it wasn't put out. And then in 2022, I believe, the music was put out. And then all of a sudden, it's like he's saying that he didn't sign that, agreement to put this song out, or from what I understand. But y'all, we are going to get into it, because I'm telling you, okay, Jay Legend says Michael Jackson got unalived. Yes, Prince unalived. And this is what they're saying. Is this like a whole suspicious activity as far as how this stuff is going on, like what's happening? It's very suspicious. Even with the Diddy stuff, right? We know Diddy sued Ciroc. Diddy sued Ciroc, and it's like they're trying to probably sit him down. But y'all, I don't even believe, me personally, at first, I was like, Diddy's guilty. He didn't beat Cassie. He didn't did all these horrible things. Yes, he's a horrible person. Everybody knows it. And this is what everybody can't agree on. But let's be fair. Let's be honest. Let's be truthful, right? We know that Diddy wasn't like a person that was going out having people, running these big kilos of the white powder, all this like gang activity per se and stuff like that. So I personally had to relook at it, because I was like, man, we know Diddy's a monster, but really, did he do these things that you're saying? And those girls, I went to the courthouse, you guys. I was there when Mia was testifying, and I will talk about Mia until the end of times, because what she was doing was a whole setup. I could read her and see straight through her. Like Stevie Wonder could see straight through her lies, right? She was over there on the stand. Her head was like this. Then she's talking, and she's saying stuff that, like, it was just like crazy to me. And this is when I started my thoughts about the whole situation with Diddy started kind of turning, because I'm like, let me just say this. Hey, Marie, how are you? Welcome, hon. Let me say this. If it was one of us, you guys, and we know, okay, if we were a thief, right? If say we were a thief, right? We steal candy bars, right? But then the people come and they know that you're a thief. They know you like to steal candy bars, and then they come and say, "Oh, she done stole the TV now. Oh, she done stole a car now. Oh, she didn't graduate. She breaking in houses now. Oh, now she's breaking in bank." It's like a pile up. But some of these charges, y'all, to me, and y'all can, let me know how y'all feel. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and we have to be respectful, because a lot of people, they're looking at it and seeing that this is like not what we all expected from day one, right? So I'm looking at it like, well, maybe, he is, they should have probably put some other charges on him, like everybody else is saying, some charges that can stick to him. But what he's being charged with, me personally, after seeing a lot of this stuff, after reading, researching, listening to videos, listening to the news and all kind of everything, TikTok, Instagram, everything else under the sun, I'm like, maybe people are right as far as what is like going on. Hey, Marie. And I'm like, if it was me, and I know I was a thief. Look, I know I was a thief, right? I steal candy bars, right? But for people to come and say, oh, she's stealing cars, she's breaking into houses, she's breaking into banks, oh, don't leave nothing out on your patio because she'll steal that too. And it's like all these people are starting to say, because y'all know he came out, there was a lawsuit that came out, I think on Friday, one I think today, yesterday, with Diddy and his son now. So it's like really and truly, it's kind of like, come on now, like the stuff. And let me say this too. We know Trump and Tony Busby are best friends. And who keeps on putting out these lawsuits? Tony Busby. It's like the feds are trying to pin him to these charges, which we know that Diddy's a monster, but a RICO case is like really questionable. I believe so. I think so. But at the same time, Busby is back in the back pushing all these lawsuits that never have closed out. I'm like, when are these lawsuits? Maybe they're closed out from the grave, right? Maybe they will close out from the grave. But I don't like Diddy at all, and I'm not pro Diddy at all by no means. But I'm just keeping it real, because if it was one of us, that would be a hard, pill to swallow. If I know I'm a thief, but then you telling everybody, and then you got the federal government involved in saying I'm a thief, I done stole somebody's car, I done stole this, I done stole that. It will make you feel like, man, I know I'm a terrible person. I know I'm a thief, but why do people keep on coming and saying I'm doing this, doing that, and lying? I mean, that's kind of what it seems to me. But like I said, Diddy is no angel at all. And I'm not for Diddy. I'm not pro Diddy. I don't even like him, right? But I'm just being for real and being honest. What he did to those girls, beating them and stuff, he was dead wrong. He deserves to be in jail for something like that. Like, the abuse and all the stuff that he was doing. Yes, he deserves. But to be like, it was like a big operation or something, I'm like, I don't know. Hey, Shine Low, happy Sunday to you too. Marie says fire. Yes, 100%. Yeah, and like I had to rethink about it, because like Dr. Umar, he kind of breaks it down for us, right? He, in the video I'm gonna show you guys, he breaks it down. He's like with Angie Stone. They were working her fingers to the bone. She was like 50 something, 60 something, 60 something, and still performing as if she was 20 something, because she had to make money, because what we know, the industry was stealing money from her, hundreds of millions of dollars. I don't even know the number, but they were stealing a lot of money. And when you don't know that system, when you're coming into somewhere, just like with YouTube, TikTok, or, coming into a brand new company, whatever the case may be, wherever you're making your income, and you don't know the system, and then you got people that will go, try to, undercut you. They will be like, oh, okay, we know we can, okay, you're supposed to be really making $100 an hour, but we're only going to pay you $20 an hour. We don't know the system. When you don't know the system and people get over on you, and then you're trying to expose them, especially being in Hollywood, this is the consequences that they suffer from doing this. Sad, it sucks, but it's true. Hey, Bronze, how are you? It's as real as it is. I mean, that's just what it is, right? But like I said, I'm not for Diddy. I think Diddy's a terrible person. He's nasty. He's disgusting. He's all these things, right? But I had to sit down and really think about it, because I'm like, well, what if it was me? Like, what if it was y'all? Would you want somebody to be lying and saying that you did something but that you really didn't do? Like you had somebody that was stealing candy bars with you, and they was saying, oh no, well, she made me do it, but you were still there. Every time we stole candy bars, you was in there stealing candy bars with me. We didn't went to the 7-Eleven. We didn't went to the Circle K's and steal candy bars, and you were still with the smoke, right? At one point when I say, hey, Shanika, you want to go today? We're gonna go steal some whatchamacallits, maybe some big hunks, the almond Snickers. Are you down to go and hit these stores up with me? And then she's like, yeah, girl, I'll go with you. She didn't say no. She was like, girl, let's go get them Snickers bars. Let's go get them big hunks. Let's go get them whatchamacallits. Girl, let's go. We got 7-Eleven. We got 7-Eleven on Martin Luther the King. We got a Circle K on Mall Boulevard. She was with the smoke. And that's what I'm saying about these girls. Like Juicy J. She was with the smoke. She was over there. And these girls were with Diddy for like 3 years. Juicy J. all Juicy J, she wanted to do a little something strange for a piece of change because this is a lifestyle that she was used to, being a ho 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 Merry Christmas in Hollywood. And her name is out there in the disgusting way with all of those dudes. Oh, you ready? You need to get you want to clap some cheeks? Oh, here's Juicy J's number. She will clap your cheeks for a couple of dollars. This is a puff puff give situation. The past puff look clap clap pass, right? They were clapping and passing Juicy J around with a lot of those girls. Even with Mia. Mia is acting like she's a little innocent person over there on the stand with her head like this and messing with her hands and fingers. Heifer, you need to stop trying to perform like Michael Jackson, right? You need to stop performing like Michael Jackson because you was a side chick to Cassie and Diddy's situation all the time, the whole time. That's why Mia didn't want Diddy to send to get in her phone and send Cassie the stuff that her and Diddy was doing, right? Undercover, right? She was slick. They were all, to me, like I said, when I experienced that there in the courtroom, I was there. I seen Diddy, I seen his mom, all with my own eyes, right? And I listened to them. And I was like, man, these girls are a bunch of whiny, crying girls. Not saying what Diddy did to them was wrong now, but to me, even the Punisher, I think it was, even the ones that the dragons, the pimps, prostitutes, whatever you call them, they were even saying that Cassie was pretty much with the smoke. At no given time was she like hesitant. When you know you're in a situation and it's uncomfortable, somebody can read that straight through you, right? Somebody can see that and say, oh, she's uncomfortable. Oh, he's telling her to do this and to this, and you don't see her like, oh my God, I got to do this. Oh my God, crying. No, they said she was with the smoke. And I'm saying Cassie is a victim up to a certain extent, but Diddy, he lied to them girls. He was, kept on stringing them along. Yes, he was wrong for that, but they were still there. They were wanting a payday. They wanting to pay out. That's what these girls were there for, a lot of them. So I'm not feeling sorry. I'm not feeling sorry for them because at one point or another, you could have left. I felt sorry for a certain extent in certain situations for certain things, but overall, 100%, I can't say I feel sorry for them because especially Juicy J. Now, I feel sorry for Cassie because Cassie was young and she was a true victim. Diddy did like a lot of hands, knees, elbows, chairs, whatever, on a slapping, punching on Cassie. It was sad. I'm not saying what Diddy did was right by no means. I don't agree with nobody putting hands, a woman putting hands on a man or a man putting their hands on a woman. Either way it goes is absolutely wrong, right? You should keep your hands to yourself like your mama done told you, right? But at the same time, the stuff that these girls were like willing to sacrifice, like I said, it's like if you're a doctor, if you're a doctor, you got to work a lot of hours. Your feet's gonna hurt. You got to stand up. You got to work these long hours. You may have surgeries. When you perform surgery, somebody may make it, somebody may not. These are the consequences of being a doctor. And for Juicy J, these are the consequences of being a ho-ho-ho Merry Christmas in Hollywood. You did not get the ring. You were running this race that was never ending. You were trying to be, trying to be his number one and try to get a ring on your finger. And Diddy was like, ha, you think I'm going to put a ring on your finger? Did I put a ring on Kim Porter's finger? Did I put a ring on this baby mama finger? Did Misa get a ring? Absolutely not. None of them heifers got a ring. No, we don't pass rings out. Diddy's like, all we pass out is dollar bills over here. And that's what he did. Let's just be for real. He was paying these guys to clap his so-called girlfriend's cheeks like Cassie, all these other people. He was paying the assistants, paying everybody, paying KK. And this is why they're saying also, I heard another video. Why do y'all think that KK wasn't subpoenaed to court? Because KK was not going to push the narrative off that the government wants everybody to push off on Diddy. She's riding it out in the sunset with Diddy. Do I believe she may be charged later on? I believe so. I believe her and D-Rock are going to be getting some charges pending on them possibly. I may be wrong and I'll take the L, but this is just the way I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're going to probably try to charge them separately. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know what I don't even know what to think of it. You guys, they are saying Diddy's gonna be innocent, he's gonna be guilty. I don't know, because according to the law, hey, One Love, how are you? One Love says 30 million dollars plus dollars later, immunity. She got the last laugh. Yes, Cassie did. Cassie got the $30 million. She got 20 from Diddy. Hey, Guy Phillips, how are you? Then she got 10 more that's coming from the hotel that she sued. So Cassie's shoot. She don't care if Diddy is innocent, guilty, if he's gonna be held with his feet, held upside down in his cell. Cassie don't care. She already got her payday. She got her husband. Now she got 3 children. She don't care, right? And up to a certain extent, I can kind of understand how Cassie feels, but like I said, Cassie was a victim, I believe, up until like a certain, hey guy, how are you? Cassie's a victim up to a certain extent, I'm saying. And I'm watching a lot of black female lawyers say these things. And this is where I'm doing, like I said, I'm doing a lot of research and getting like real, lawyers advice and what they think about the case. Like, is it real? And some of these black female lawyers are saying, they're not supporters of Diddy. All they are saying is what they're charging him with is not like really justified according to the charges and what he did. So the thing is, for me, I'm lost in the sauce, y'all. I don't even know, but what I do know is a lot of them that were claiming to be victims were not victims. And I'm talking about Juicy J, specifically, and Mia. Like I said, Cassie was a victim up until a certain extent. Because she was with some older guy when she was younger that was like 10 years older than her back then, and then she jumped over to Diddy. So we have to be for real. We have to be honest with ourselves. She was kind of with the smoke too. I'm just saying, she's not a full victim in my eyes. After I was listening, reading, and getting all kind of opinions from a lot of different black lawyers, white lawyers, males, females, I'm like want to hear what they're saying, because I'm not a lawyer. I don't know the law. So I want to know, are these charges appropriate to what they're charging him with the government? Or is this a setup? A lot of people are saying, the lawyers that I've listened to, they're saying that this is not like what is it called? Like no John Gotti, like no criminal, like what he did. He would just be a whole freak. He was a whole freak during the week, right? And he was also paying people. He wasn't making any money off of people. He was paying people. He was paying for the rugs. He was paying the pimps, prostitutes, whatever. So it wasn't like him making money off of this stuff, because I was under the impression that that's what he was doing. From everything that was presented to us before the trial started, I was like, oh my goodness, he didn't mess with Justin Bieber. Where's the tapes? These minors, where's the tapes? Oprah Winfrey, Ellen, where's the tapes? We were waiting for like all these tapes. And I was like, where is the tapes? And all we hear is people on the stand crying and slinging snot. Oh, Diddy did this, he slapped me. But then when they ask him, so how do you feel about Diddy? Well, I learned a lot from him and I blah, blah. Yeah, because you know that you're not trying to incriminate him all the way, but you're like pushing the envelope just far enough to where these people, the jurors, will be like, oh yeah, he's a bad person. Oh, he is doing this and he's doing that. But they said overall, he's really not a bad person. I mean, come on, this is what they're saying. But like I said, that's why I'm lost in the sauce, y'all. I'm so lost. Cypher says Oprah's hiding in Antarctica. You is a mess. Hey, Steven, how are you? Steven says Stockholm Syndrome. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. And this is why I had to relook at things. Looking at the R. Kelly stuff with Dr. Umar, what he said, and this was just like maybe an hour ago. Hey, Loving Myself, how are you, hon? Loving Myself says, hey sis, why am I not getting my notifications? Let me go ahead and send an email to YouTube, because y'all, they is tripping with no maps, right? YouTube, you need to stop tripping with no maps, and you need to go ahead and get my people their notifications. But I thank you, Loving Myself. I will let them know, because I see a lot of people like Tammy's not here yet. Like, why didn't she receive a notification? All my other mods, they haven't seen, I haven't seen them. You're the first mod and that popped up. So I don't know. That's why I was like, it's strange because you always here. Tammy's always here. All most of my moms be showing up and showing out. So we got to send a little email, y'all. They over here playing on Sunday Fun Day. They is playing with my emotions, y'all. They is playing with my emotions. But we gonna send an email. Thank you so much, loving myself. But yeah, so this is how I'm feeling. Now that everything is coming to an end for Diddy trial, I'm like I said, I'm thinking about this in a whole different way. And not only me, but a lot of people are. A lot of people are thinking about it in another way. So they're like, wait, hold up, wait a minute now. This is not like a mobster type of thing. Diddy wasn't making money off of these people. Diddy was paying people. He was paying the freaks. He was paying for Juicy J Ho 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 Merry Christmas's rental house, rental home. She couldn't look. She was so dumb. She couldn't even get him to buy her a house. Now, how smart is that? How smart is that? How dumb is that, should I say, right? I'm telling you, it's crazy. One says I didn't get one either. Yeah, one, I don't know what is going on with these notifications. Let me see. Love Myself says I'm just happened to look at my phone because I'm watching another live. You're welcome. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so y'all, we are going to get into this video, y'all, because I am trying to figure out, is this like highway robbery, with these guys in Hollywood, these black men? And I'm not saying that like, hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Y'all can hear me now. Okay. Yes. Let me see. Hold on, you guys. Steven says the diddler isn't the only one involved in this. They need to go after the diddler too. Yes, you are absolutely right. Why isn't people involved? Where is KK? Y'all, tell me. I was like, oh, KK should be here. D-Rob should be here because those were the ones that were his workers, some of his main workers, right? The main core people. I was like, no, they didn't get all the main core people. Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Because I'm like, y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Yeah. So they were, to me, I feel like they were like not even touching like the surface area around Diddy's people. Okay, thank you guys. Thank y'all. So they went inside of the circle, right? They went inside and then they got the people. They got the people that really didn't, I guess they like KK. She would have been the number one person for me that I would have said that should have went before Cassie. But like I said, is this kind of setup? We know, Diddy sued Ciroc. Ciroc was hotter than fish grease. Ciroc was like, oh, okay, you want to sue me? And then he won. So they were like, I was like, is it between the Ciroc? And of course, all the stuff that Diddy's done, like I said, I'm not for Diddy. I don't like Diddy at all. I don't like him at all. I think he's nasty, a narcissist. He's a disgusting person. But y'all know here at the lounge, we try to keep it fair. We try to keep it like 100, right? And like I said, we have to put ourselves in these shoes, right? We have to put ourselves in these shoes. If it was me, I would have been like, oh no, John, I was paying, for him to clap somebody's cheeks. And I knew that he was okay with it. He did it for 3 years and he didn't leave. Hey, Tina, how are you? Welcome. He was okay with it for 3 years and he kept on coming. Every time I call him, hey John, you ready for this freak off? Oh yeah. Are you available at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the morning? Which one are you available for? They were with the smoke. So I'm like, how is it that, I'm just thinking of situations that, that I could relate to with this, because it's like, I did this And now they're saying it's illegal, but the person that is on the stand, look, testifying against me was with the smoke, getting her, look, Juicy J, getting her rental property paid by Diddy, getting her lawyer still to this day paid for by Diddy. So I'm like, y'all, would y'all be upset if somebody that what you so-called was calling them a girlfriend or boyfriend, y'all did a little dirt together, getting, having freak offs, and then they're on the stand testifying against you? Y'all, I'm telling you, she ain't gonna have getting no more eyelashes done. She ain't going to get no renewed booty job. She ain't getting no renewed tata job, and she can might as well forget the tummy tuck and the mommy makeover. She can forget that. She can forget getting the lip fillers. She can forget getting her hair clipped, because I guess she's Asian, and we know who the baby daddy is, right? And the baby daddy don't be playing over there, right? The baby daddy don't be playing. The baby daddy will cut up, and he's, matter of fact, trying to get custody of the little boy. So, with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at this video that the show, the Art of Dialogue has, and Dr. Umar is basically talking about R. Kelly and the things that R. Kelly, like, kind of, I guess like a roll up as far as what he knows as what happened to R. Kelly. Because like I said, I didn't watch the R. Kelly trial at all, because I was like, oh, they said he was messing with the babies, right? So I was like, he's messing with the babies. Yes, Just Me says woman beater, doing all this other stuff. I didn't see his trial. So y'all probably know more than I do. Only thing I know is that he was giving golden showers, and that little young girl that was, remember that he gave the golden shower to, that's all I know about him. So I don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna listen to Dr. Umar, because Dr. Umar, y'all know how Dr. Umar is. Y'all, Dr. Umar, he be having me laughing, right? He be like, art, because it's Art of Dialogue that he goes on. So when he's talking, he be like, art, art. But he kind of does break it down, down all the way down to like, it will have y'all thinking. At least it had me thinking. But y'all tell me what y'all think. But we're gonna play the video, and I want you guys' take on this, because what he's saying, it sounds about right. Like, these stars are worth more than they are, alive. They're worth more dead than they are alive, right? They will try to take out people, and then next thing you know, they said they collected insurance policies on these people that's worth a lot of money. So y'all, we have to be like, we have to open our eyes, because that does, so many people I've researched about that, they are saying the same thing, and I was like, it makes sense. People on every day, some of us don't have insurance, some of us do, right? I mean, I have life insurance. A lot of us do have life insurance. A lot of us don't. But it seems like that is one of the qualifications for you to get into Hollywood. It's like, hold on, sign this life insurance policy. Put it under Clive Davis's name, so he's the beneficiary. So then once they use and abuse you, they make you go do whatever. You have to do this. You have to listen to them. You got to listen to them. If you don't, you get on punishment. They will do something to you. You have to do it. You have to listen, because if you don't, that insurance policy, oh baby, it's about to be going in effect, and they will make up a story as to how you pass away, just like Whitney Houston. They're saying Michael Jackson, Angie Stone. So we have to really open our eyes and be, because they had the wool pulled over our eyes, y'all. We was with our eyes closed, barely open, y'all. We couldn't see nothing. Yeah, eyes closed. But now a lot of us are awake. We are figuring out what in the HE double hockey stick is going on in Hollywood. We are figuring this out and finding out. Not saying, like I said, what Diddy's doing, it was disgusting. What R. Kelly was doing was disgusting. But in the realm of things, like the real true kind of hidden agenda is, them getting you to do all this stuff, getting you, doing what they want you to do. And as soon as you don't, oh baby, they're coming. They send Ray J in there to give you them rugs, allegedly. They gonna send somebody in there to probably, do all these things, because it's very suspicious how Whitney Houston, her daughter, is gone. And even the boyfriend. Yo, come on. We have to think like this stuff is real. Are they doing this, to R. Kelly? Are they doing this to Diddy? Like I said, they are disgusting. They are really, really disgusting. But at the same time, are they doing, this in a like a retaliatory way? Are they trying to do this because they want? Yes, Marie Twitch too. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. It is crazy. Hey, Lord, how are you? It is crazy how Dr. Umar talks about this and kind of talks about the R. Kelly, the Angie Stone, and also with Diddy. So some of the stuff is like, it's like when you make spaghetti one certain way, and I always talk about spaghetti because y'all know I love spaghetti. But when you make spaghetti and then you go to the next door neighbor, they make spaghetti a different way, and then you go two doors down from that, they make spaghetti a different way. So it's like now you're getting like a whole a lot of people's like perspectives on it, and you're like, man, this really, what they're saying is really making sense, especially coming from a lawyer. These lawyers, they know the laws, they know what RICO is, they know what it consists of. Some of them have worked on RICO cases. So we have to like kind of step back and look at it. Like, we know Diddy's a monster, right? We know R. Kelly was, but Angie, she was just being bamboozled. What it sounds like in the industry. She didn't know how to work the system fully, and now she was starting to learn how to go get her money. Now it's a problem. So y'all, let's listen. Let me stop yapping and let's listen to Dr. Umar, because y'all, I'm telling you, this is a great show, and just this came out like maybe an hour ago, but what he was saying, I'm telling you, it was like on point. But let me turn and we're gonna listen to it. Oh, let me take this screen off. Hold on, okay, there we go. Okay, let me put it down. Okay, so let's listen to what Dr. Umar has to say.
R. Kelly, how you feel about what him and his team is claiming?
R. Kelly, Robert Kelly. Art, the R.
Thank
Kelly
you, Cypher.
situation is sensitive and it's unfortunate. Because although I never saw the video that came out about him back in 2002, showing him engaged in some sort of inappropriate sexual relations with an underage child, I never saw it. But enough people have told me that they saw it for me to believe that it may be true. So some people would say because he's guilty of sex crimes, even if someone is trying to unalive him, we should just let it happen. Although I understand that sentiment, Art, I also understand the white man and how he thinks. We can never, not for the sake of R. Kelly, but for the sake of all the other black people in this country, we can never let this corrupt government and this corrupt criminal justice system think that if we are completely done with a certain person, if we have canceled them from the community, we can never let them think that it's okay for them.
Do you want your videos to look
okay,
like
y'all,
this?
let's skip this commercial. Hey, Bronze, most hated Bronze says, Omar. Y'all know Umar. He be with the y'all. Umar be having me laughing, but y'all, let's continue.
Murder them after the fact for something that has nothing to do with the reason that they are incarcerated. So R. Kelly's attorney, Bo Brinkley, has alleged, and I believe him, I absolutely believe him, he has alleged that there is a contract on R. Kelly's life.
Wow.
I absolutely believe him.
Wow. And hold on, y'all. Let me turn the camera. Thank you, Sandy. Yes, Umar, he is intelligent. Some of the stuff he's saying, I be dying laughing. I'm not going to lie. Because, I be like, if Umar don't stop, if Umar don't stop, he is a mess. But when they said that there's a contract on his head, I believe so. And I'm saying this because they were saying that he was given too much medicine. Like, I don't know what pills, because I don't take no even medication when I've had like a surgery or something. That's still under my medicine cabinet still to this day. So I'm not privy up on medicine. But anyway, is it like, Tylenol? You have like the one, one pill is like 200 grams or whatever. So did they give him one that say it was Tylenol, like the 200 grams? Okay, that's it. Then they have the Tylenol, like one pill just was like 400 grams or 200. Did they give him one pill that was like a higher dose? And he thought, because he's maybe used to taking, I think for his anxiety, probably like one pill, which was like, just say 10 milligrams or whatever. I don't know. But did they put like a 200 milligram pill in his little pill thing? And then he's like, okay, this is what I normally take, just one pill, whatever. And he took it. And then next thing you know, they said he was having black spots. He was like, experiencing a whole lot of crazy stuff. But y'all, let's continue to listen to Umar, because y'all, he kind of is telling us what he knows. But y'all, let's continue. Let's continue.
This was alleged even before the most recent overdose situation. So a couple of days ago, R. Kelly is in his cell, solitary confinement. They bring him his anxiety medication. And they give him twice as much as they should have.
Okay.
What?
I don't know if we got anybody in here with, doctor's degrees or like a nurse or anything like that. But if you guys know, no, let me know if you guys know. Is there like pills that like have like one, like 200 milligrams, and then they have the 800 milligrams that can be like one pill that they, actually went in there and got, instead of giving R. Kelly the 10 milligrams, they said, no, we going to give him the 200 milligrams of this anti-anxiety medicine or whatever the case may be. That's a possibility, because what they're saying, he believes that, something just ain't right, y'all. Something just ain't right. But y'all, let's continue to listen to Dr. Umar.
Nurse makes that mistake, Art, especially when it's already been put out there that the Bureau...
Oh, wait, hold on. And I do want to say this, because I have a couple of friends that are nurses. I have a few friends that are nurses. And when you guys do have to pull out the medicine, cabinet, they have accountability for that pill. Like if you get a Tylenol, if you get, I think more the controlled, from what I understand, more the controlled items, you have to like sign off on it or initial to let the people know that you took that and you gave it to that patient, so they can kind of keep up and keep track with who's taking what medicine out of here. So if it's a controlled medicine, they know, okay, she gave this to R. Kelly, okay, at 5:00. So I don't know how that works, but I'm thinking from what my friends, how they be talking to me and telling me about their nursing, stuff. I think this is how it works. But like I said, I may be wrong, but let me know. But let's continue, you guys. Okay, Lamont says absolutely. Okay, yes, absolutely. Hey,
and the US
Jessica.
attorneys and the Department of Justice are trying to take this man's life. What is that, a coincidence? I don't believe it is. So R. Kelly receives an overdose in solitary confinement. He wakes up the next day, barely able to stand. He's seeing black spots. He's blurry, brain fog. I believe he falls to the ground.
Wow.
Crawls over, barely gets the door open.
Wow.
The prison guards find him. They want to take him to the prison medical facility, but the prison medical facility said, we can't treat him. We don't have what he needs.
Wow.
So
And this part is crazy. Oh, thank you guys. Everybody let me know about the medication. Okay, Country Boy says schedule 4 drugs. Okay, Steven says supposed to be E-counted foil packs. Okay. TY says not every nurse do that. Trust me. Oh, wow. Slow Feet says I know the hospital. I was there for 2 months when I broke my legs, and every single medication was open in front of me and scanned. Oh, wow. Okay, so y'all see, y'all have a lot of experience with that. So, okay, wow. Hey Jessica, how are you? Tammy says, please stop interrupting so we can hear Dr. Umar. Well, Tammy, we need to have a talk and stop because YouTube is not about to give me no strikes for using. So if you got a problem with that, baby, ain't nobody holding you here to this channel. Okay. One says everything is accounted for on the floor at the hospital, but jail. But this is jail. Okay, that's true. One love. Yeah, you're right. Dash says, good morning from South Africa. Welcome, Dash. TY says, facts. Darren's laughing. Marie says, ibuprofen, Tylenol, and Motrin usually be 100 to 800 milligrams. Gerard says this is jail. Okay, so see, that's what I'm saying. We have to figure out what really is going on, right? We is really got to figure out what's really going on. Steven says Tammy should get lost. I know, right? Tammy, you don't got to be here, baby. Look, you is not a part of the lounge. I don't even know if you hit the subscribe button. You can't come over here and tell me and my loungers what to do, okay? Okay, you're not gonna spoil our Sunday fun day. Y'all, let's continue to listen to Omar.
Take him to Duke University Hospital. R. Kelly gets to Duke University Hospital, and it is confirmed by the physicians that he has suffered an overdose at the hands of the prison's medical staff.
Wow.
They also diagnose him with blood clots in both legs and blood clots in his lungs.
Wow.
Now, we know, Art, one of the side effects of cheap drugs are blood clots.
Cypher, you're hilarious.
He had them blood clots when he got sentenced to prison.
Wow.
So he's been in jail a couple years, Art.
Oh, wow. And isn't it, y'all, I don't know exactly, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but I have nurses that, a lot of my friends are nurses, quite a few of them. But I don't know, and tell me if I'm wrong, but blood clots, can they come really fast from taking like the wrong medicine? Or can they come really slow? Because if, like what Dr. Umar is saying, he's been in prison for a few years. Did he get these blood clots over these couple of years? Or did he get these blood clots from taking the wrong dose of that medicine? Did that spark a blood clots in his legs where the doctors at the hospital in North Carolina, not the federal hospital, just the regular hospital the feds sent him to, were able to catch, right? So it makes me wonder, was he poisoned, was he being poisoned this one time, or was he being poisoned over a period of time? You know what I'm saying? It kind of makes you think, y'all. I'm telling you, we have to open our eyes and see what is real, because people will try to cover up. And from what they're saying, like the feds, somebody is trying to take him out, because remember they said there was a guy that came forward, an inmate that said they asked and told him if he can take R. Kelly out. Remember that? And I was like, this is crazy. So I guess when that came out, I guess the next thing they were saying, well, now the inmate then said that, it's got out that the inmate said that, he was asked to take R. Kelly out. So we're going to try to give him some medication to do this, the easy way, right? So I'm telling you, we have to keep our eyes open, y'all, and the ears open too, because people will try to do stuff to you and you be like, whoa, where'd this come from? Is it something that happened over time, or was it this one strong, powerful time that he took this medication that it just took him under? But y'all, let's continue to listen to Dr. Umar, because he has some very good information and stuff that I didn't even realize that was going on.
He's not that old. So how did he develop
Hey,
blood
Candy.
clots in his legs
Hey, Slow Feast.
and in his
Slow
lungs
feet.
that quickly? I believe R. Kelly's medication is intentionally, with deliberate intent,
Wow.
he's being given meds to cause blood clots in his legs and in his lungs. I absolutely believe that.
Wow.
Now check this out, Art.
How old
Oh,
is
wow.
this girl?
Oh my goodness, y'all. Let me let the commercial play after so I can read some of y'all. TY says pray for your life just like you should pray over your food. Yes, I'm telling you. Darren says we need R. Kelly. Yeah, he has great music. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all know he got a beautiful voice. M say, yep, I don't know. I say don't eat fast food, bro. I know, right? One Love says lack of mobility and food can cause those symptoms, like kale and some cause thickening the blood. Wow. Candy G says, "How are you doing today, my friend?" Candy G, I'm great. I'm doing amazing. How are you on this Sunday fun day? Slow Feed says, "Hey, how are you?" Rhonda says, "Hi." Lamont says, "Yes, it's intentional." Country Boy said, "Did they ever test him?" See, that's what Dr. Umar is gonna get into, y'all. When I say this stuff is crazy, Dr. Umar, like, that's why I said I gotta hurry up. I wasn't gonna go live until later, but I was like, I got to go live right now because this stuff that Dr. Umar is talking about is so informative. And I was like, this stuff is, I didn't even know half of this stuff, like I said, and I did not know the backstory to a lot of the stuff. But y'all, we're gonna continue to listen because I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is really, really crazy. But y'all, let me skip this and then we gonna continue to listen to Dr. Umar.
R. Kelly's attorney, Bo Brinkley, says that Duke University Hospital wanted to keep R. Kelly an extra 7 days.
Wow.
They wanted to perform a medical procedure to address his blood clots. Within an hour after deciding that he needs to stay there for an extra week, Art, he says prison police bust into the room armed with AR-15 rifles, Art.
Wow.
They came into the hospital with AR-15 rifles
Hey, Keely.
and took R. Kelly back to the jail.
Wow.
And gave no explanation at all to the doctors.
Wow. Did y'all hear what Dr. Umar just said? See, this is the stuff that we're not being told. And this is why I'm telling y'all, we have to really, really open our eyes and ears and listen to other people, other lawyers, other like different like meat, like, because some of the media, the mainstream media is not gonna put these things out. They ain't gonna tell us, yeah, the federal police came in, they bombarded R. Kelly in his room, and they were armed with AK-47s, and they took him back to the jail and said he ain't getting those extra 7 days to address his blood clots in his legs. They're not gonna tell us that, y'all. This is why I'm saying it has me thinking in a whole different way. Now, I'm not saying what R. Kelly did was, he was a saint, and I'm not saying what Diddy did was he was a saint, but we have to hold them accountable to what they did. And like I said, the stuff that's going on, y'all, I'm telling you, some of it is a setup. But, I have to say this too. Whenever you do anything that is even borderline, like, breaking the law, this is like an alert that you're setting yourself up with for the police, the feds, or whoever to kind of hone in, be looking through your windows with the drones and, pulling surveillance at the end of your street and stuff. So, we have to be careful. We have to take responsibility for our own actions. But at the same time, he did what he did. He's charged with it, and now he's in the prison, and allegedly getting overdosed by the nurses and the staff. Then when he's taken to the hospital in North Carolina, the civilian doctor, he is checking out, and he's observing and giving R. Kelly a whole medical examination, and finds out he has blood clots in his legs. Then next thing you know, he's like, okay, we need to, see if you can stay 7 more days in here so we could treat you. Then next thing you know, as soon as an hour, I think, passes by or something like that, a short period of time, the police, the federal police come bombarding in the hospital with AK-47s, like they're doing a whole darn raid, and taking R. Kelly back to prison, not even addressing his what's it called, his blood clots. Now, if that's not wrong, y'all, I mean, that's wrong. I'm not saying, because even though he's anybody, they're still human. They still need the attention. They still need the medical attention. It's like sad, but y'all, we have to pay attention. We just got to keep our eyes open. We got to pray to make it through today, tomorrow, and next year, whatever. But y'all, I'm telling you, these are the things that we are not being told. The things that are not being reported on mainstream media. That's why it is a great thing to have like YouTube and, a lot of these other like social media sites, because what one person won't report, or one person will lie and report about, somebody else will be really back there telling us the truth and what's really going on. And like saying, hey, yes, this is what happened. Yes, The doctor, he seen, R. Kelly had blood clots. He wanted to treat him. He wanted them to stay another 7 days. The next thing you know, the police is coming in and getting R. Kelly and taking him back to the prison. So that means he's not able to get the care that he needs to get. And could those blood clots like kill him? I believe so. I believe so. But y'all, let's continue listening. This stuff is crazy, right? This is, unbelievable.
R. Kelly is in solitary confinement right now
Wow.
with blood clots in both legs and in his lungs, and the prison police would not allow him to remain at the hospital any longer to get the help that he needed.
Wow. Mildred says, I just came home yesterday. Did you just come home yesterday from prison, Mildred? And if so, what was your experience in prison? I want to know, because a lot of these inmates are in there, and I've never been, of course, never been arrested, been in trouble, right? But these inmates are still humans. They still need to be taken care of no matter what they did awful, right? Some of them are in there trying to do the right thing and serve their time and trying to, not cause no controversy, no mess, or acting out, fighting and all this stuff. Some of them are in there trying to do their time to go home, right? Or some of them who maybe got life, they're still trying to live their life, still and not cause this chaos and the ruckus and giving the jail, the COs a hard time. But y'all, this situation, if you need medical care, if something is wrong, you should be able to get medical treatment inside of the prison. I'm telling you, it's crazy. 458 Casino says jail sucks. I can imagine. Darren says, thank you for bringing people together today. You're welcome, Darren. You're welcome. Marie says, R. Kelly's catalog is worth millions. Yes, that's what they are saying. That's why they're saying that they're trying to unalive him. They said that that a record came out, like I think 2022, and Omar is going to talk about it. Hey, Oatmeal, how are you? Happy Sunday Fun Day. Oatmeal says, TL, prison is no joke. I can imagine, TL. I can imagine. I haven't been there, y'all, but it's a sad thing, even because y'all know I love court TV. I love watching, especially Louisiana Board of Parole. I watch that almost I used to watch it every day. I've been kind of like here and there watching it, but I used to love watching it here on YouTube and seeing the stories and stuff that are being told from these guys that are going up for the parole board. Now, some of them are in there trying to make it out, trying to go to school, be a good Samaritan, trying to do what they have to do, changing their lives. And, then they got the heathens in there, right? The heathens where savages. They have a savage section where those savages need to stay. But R. Kelly, he's in solitary confinement. He went and was letting them know, hey, I don't feel good, this, that, and the third. And then when he gets to the hospital and gets a full examination and the doctors find out, by, of course, probably being a great hospital that they are, that he has these blood clots. And the doctor was trying to address them. And he couldn't even address them because the feds came back and took R. Kelly like it was like he escaped from prison and went to the hospital, the North Carolina hospital. And then they found out he was there and tried to go in there like it was a raid and get him and take him back. I mean, y'all, that's crazy. That's crazy. One Love says it's a blood thinner. Wow. Total welcome. I'm telling you, it's crazy. M says the government is watching. They probably are watching. I'm not hiding anything. I am not scared. I'm saying what it is going on. A lot of people are experiencing these things. Y'all, not even just with the government. Y'all know in the states, there in the state facilities, I see a case where this guy, he is so sick. His sister is trying to reach out. I think it's in Alabama. Her brother looks so sick, like he's frail. He looks like, it's disgusting. And she cannot even get him the help in the prison. And that is sad because no matter what these people do on the streets, they're still human beings, right? They are still human beings. But y'all, let's continue to watch this because it's crazy, and it will make you think. It will make you think about how they are really getting treated in there. But y'all, let's continue.
They want him dead, Art. Then check this out. Before the overdose incident, Bo Brinkley learned from R. Kelly.
Oh, wow. Wait, TY, oh my goodness, TY said that's TV, fam. It's worse than that. Oh my God, TY, that is crazy. This is crazy. Darren says, I'm in Alabama. Yeah, Darren, there's a story about an inmate in Alabama. I believe it's Alabama. I'm gonna have to look it up. Don't quote me. But yes, this inmate is in Alabama, I believe, and he's going through a real bad sickness. So I guess, with the people, I guess some of them inmates have cell phones and stuff. Somehow she got a picture of her brother that somebody sent her, and her brother looks so scary, y'all, and it's sad. And she's been trying to reach out to the jail, trying to get her brother help, trying to see what's wrong with him. And y'all, if he hasn't passed away already yet, or is more in a vegetated state right now, I would not be shocked, because this was like over a year ago she's been like dealing with this situation. But if I can find that after we watch this video, I will try to find it. And it is sad. I was in shock when I heard this story, because I love watching, like, the jail stories, just to hear how they're being treated, how they are, because they will perpetrate a fraud and say that, oh, this is jail, make it look okay, and not like as bad as it really is, right? Behind the cameras, right? So I like watching those to see, how they're living, what they're doing in there, what I'm saying, activities and stuff like that. But y'all, this is sad, but let's continue.
Approached by a member of the Aryan Brotherhood. And this
Hey,
member of
Candy.
the Aryan Brotherhood, who allegedly struggles with terminal cancer, was offered a contract for freedom.
Wow.
If he would unalive R. Kelly, he would be released from prison, and he would spend whatever time left he has in life on the outside with his family.
Wow. Did y'all just hear what Omar said? Did y'all just hear what Dr. Umar said? Dr. Umar said somebody from the Aryan Nation, I believe, an inmate that has terminal cancer, got offered a contract to take R. Kelly out. Y'all, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. We have to open our eyes, y'all. Is this really what's going on behind them closed doors, y'all? I'm telling you, we have to open our eyes and our ears. Oatmeal says there's over 2 million people in prison, and over half of them are black men. It's a mess. Yes. And that's the injustice of the criminal justice system is unjust. Y'all, matter of fact, somebody I know that was wrongly convicted. And I'm supposed to be doing an interview with him, right? One of Jamil's friends that he grew up with, wrongfully charged, been in the state jail for like a long time, just got out last year, and they let him out pending his case of being wrongfully charged. And I'm going to do an interview with him. I was supposed to do the interview like a month or so back, but I got busy with a lot of other stuff. But I'm going to talk to Jamil and try to, do an interview with him, because he will tell us exactly how he was treated, how the real things are really behind the camera in the walls of the prison. And this is a true story. And this is why, like you said, O'Mill, 90 something, let me see, 2 million people in prison, and half of them are black. This is why this is so. They are like wrongfully convicting people from them, even from your being black, being of other descents, and then doing stuff like this too. It's not a fair justice system. A lot of people know that, and a lot of people have experienced it themselves. But y'all, let's continue, because this is crazy.
He couldn't do it, Art. He couldn't do it, so he approached R. Kelly and said, they came to me with this offer
Hey, Norton.
to take you out. He said, I didn't accept it, but they will be passing this on to somebody else, whether it's in my gang.
Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all hear what Dr. Umar said? He said basically the guy that was offered this contract said that he's not taking it. He don't know if it's going to be passed on to the next group of individuals. He don't know who's going to take it, but he said he's not doing it. He basically declined the mission. Y'all, this is crazy. Oh my God.
Gang, somebody in this prison is going to be paid
Wow.
to take you out of here.
Wow.
Now, why do they want R. Kelly unalived? According to his attorney, Bo Brinkley, the U.S. attorneys, the Department of Justice, and the Bureau of Federal Prisons
A short drive
Oh
from
Lord,
Houston, the Texas coast's
y'all,
best kept secret
hold
is
on.
the
Let me
opportunity you've been waiting.
let's skip this commercial. I didn't spill my energy drink all over myself. Let's pass pass this commercial. Hold on, y'all. Let's skip this commercial. All right, let's continue.
In criminal behavior art, during the investigation of R. Kelly's 2021 conviction in New York for sex trafficking and R. Kelly's 2022 conviction in Chicago for child pornography. His lawyer claims, he alleges, that the government engaged in criminal corruption and conspiracy during the investigation to make sure R. Kelly would go to jail.
Wow.
He says that if he and his client are given an opportunity to expose the criminal behavior of the U.S. Attorney's Office, R. Kelly's conviction will be overturned and he will go free. This is what his lawyer alleges, Art.
Wow.
However, the music industry cannot let R. Kelly go free. Why? Because they don't want R. Kelly to expose them, and they don't want R. Kelly to regain control over his music. What does R. Kelly, Prince, and Tupac Shakur have in common? Not only were two of them murdered partially by the music industry, and a third, God forbid, is right now having his life attempted on by the music industry in collaboration with the government, and there's really no separation there.
Wow.
Because white power is white power. But what they have in common, Art, these are three artists who are known to have as much unpublished music
Wow.
as they had published music. Are you following me? Tupac's death was partly desired because they had so much money they still stood to make off of Tupac's unreleased music. Prince's death was partially desired because they had so much unpublished music that they could steal from Prince. And R. Kelly,
Wow. See, it's all about the money. Hey, Kai, how are you? Kai says, I was on your video thinking you were showing us SeaWorld performance. Oh, I'm sorry, Kai, but we went to SeaWorld yesterday. Me and my baby, you know, we do a date day on Saturdays or whenever we go on our little dates, and we went to SeaWorld San Antonio yesterday. So we're back at home now. But y'all check out those SeaWorld videos. I did do a SeaWorld parade, Kai. So you can check out that SeaWorld parade video. I don't know how long it is, but yes, and I did some other SeaWorld footage too. So check that out. And then I got some other footage I need to upload. So I have a lot going on. But yeah, check that out. But y'all, did y'all hear what Dr. Umar said? Dr. Umar is giving us the TEA, baby. I'm telling you, it is crazy. Kai said it looks like a good time. Yeah, we had a great time in SeaWorld, y'all. We had a great time. And this weekend for the 4th of July, we're going to Philly. We're going to Philadelphia for the 4th. So we always be traveling. We always be hitting them skyways and byways. We be hitting the road. We be all over the place. But I love travel. We love traveling. We be all over. We went to Costa Rica last month for my birthday. So we be having a good time. Loving Myself says, I think this is a distraction from what's happening at the Diddy trial. Possibly so. I mean, it could be. Loving Myself, this is so much going on. And y'all, there's people up there today at the courthouse outside doing their little reporting and stuff, some YouTubers, which is great. But I'm just saying, we were wanting to go back, but I was like, baby, I don't think it's safe for us to go back because these people are acting crazy. You know, either way it goes, the for people and the against people for Diddy is just going to be crazy, right? Norton says, shout out to D-Dot. Where is D-Dot? D-Dot is MIA. Or maybe D-Dot didn't get a notification because I don't see Tammy in here. All I see is Loving Myself in here. And Loving Myself says she didn't get no notification. So we're going to have to send YouTube an email saying, we did not, a lot of our people are not getting notifications. I'm not sure what is going on. 456 Casino says they going nuts now. Yes, they are. I'm telling you, they are acting up out there. I was scared to go back because when me and Jamil went, we went the first day of jury selection, like the court hearing for that the first week, and then we went again. We went, I forget what day it was. We went a Monday and a Tuesday a few weeks ago. And when I tell you, y'all, they were still cutting up outside of the courthouse weeks later after we went back. I was like, oh my God. I'm like, this is crazy. And then now they're talking like last week. Oh, they said it's getting nasty out there. Even when you're in line, standing there minding your business, you trying to get in, trying to get your content. They said they are cutting up, y'all. I was like, oh my God, I don't have time for that. Look, my nerves is not good for that. I'm like, I'm all about love, peace, and tranquility. Like, I don't like to be in line and have to be telling nobody what I'm doing while I'm standing here or doing anything. I just mind my business, right? But those people, they said even in the lines, they were being like, people are doing the most on the coast, on the East Coast in New York. I'm just saying, y'all, it is crazy. Tia says, this is no distraction. This is Bible. R. Kelly would not perish from the earth only a day by God's permission. If it's God's plan for R. Kelly to talk, regardless of weapons formed, he's going to talk. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is so much going on. And the thing is that, sometimes people will spin off narratives, you guys, and they will say this and say that to have you like kind of programmed to thinking this or whatever. Because over here, y'all know at the lounge, I don't want to say something that what I believe and try to like brainwash y'all or make y'all think the same thing. No, everybody in here has their own opinion. Some people are for P. Diddy, some people are against P. Diddy, and it's okay. Everybody has opinion, and just because they have opinion, I'm not gonna be mad. Now when you be disrespectful and you talk crazy, I'll block you. Then yes, we send you to the block party, right? But I'm not gonna be blocking or being mad because you don't like, you don't agree with, you don't I'm not gonna be mad because you don't agree with what I'm saying. No, you have your opinion, I have my opinion, and we all agree to, disagree respectfully. It's all about being respectful towards each other. But I do want to say that because a lot of people will, watch a lot of, different like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or whatever, and these people are spinning off certain narratives and they want you to believe it. And if you don't, they get upset, they will get mad. But I'm not like that. I'd say how I feel or what I think is going on, and I always ask you guys opinions on what y'all think. Some people be like, no, Diddy, he's guilty, but send him on it. Some people are saying no, he's innocent. So everybody has their own opinion. So it's like, we have to respect each other's opinion. TY says Michael Jackson murder was pushed under the carpet and the doctor is where now? I'll wait. Yes, me too. I'll wait too, TY. I'm waiting. Look, loading. I'm waiting, right? It's crazy. Maria says, what's your opinion? Well, my opinion on R. Kelly, I did not watch the trial, so I don't have like a full opinion. I would have to go back because I don't like to just throw out something and say, well, he's guilty. Yes, he did. I want to see what happened. I need to see the receipts. I want to see and judge it for my own opinion, not from like what somebody else is saying, right? But when I'm listening to Dr. Umar today, that's why I'm going live right now because it just came out not too long ago. I was listening and I was like, for the situation now, it's like we have to open our eyes and see like if he was guilty or innocent, depending on the situation. Does he have to be treated like this in prison, right? We have a lot of people even in here that are right now in the building. Y'all may have somebody that's in prison, right? Y'all may have a loved one, a father, mother, son, daughter, child, niece, a good person, a good friend, and they're in prison and they may not be getting treated as they should. They may be having a issue, a health concern, and they're going to the nurse in the prison and they're not doing nothing and not helping them, and they're in there slowly dying per se. So it's sad because we are all human and we still deserve to get treated with humanly respect. If I'm saying something is not right, I'm on my knees on the floor. I can't get up. I'm like, something ain't right. I know I didn't took this medication, but this is a medication that I've been taking. But this time I took it and it's put me out. That's like a sign something is not right. But for him to be, taken to the hospital and then taken back to the prison when his treatment wasn't fully, completed because the doctors were going to work on his legs. That's not right. I don't care what nobody says. Right is right and wrong is wrong, right? No matter what you did, no matter what type of criminal, charge you got on you, you're there, you're in jail, in prison, serving your time. And, you should still be able, like, it's like them saying, oh, we ain't going to feed you. Well, I'm an inmate. Mealtime is this time and this time. Oh, no, you're not getting a tray today. What? I believe me being an inmate is my entitlement to eat, right? Or to get medicated, if I'm saying something is wrong with me. Now, some of them will go in there and play and act like they, sick and stuff. And like, you have to just, hey, you talking about your blood pressure high? Okay, let me take your blood pressure. If the blood pressure is not blood pressuring, then we know that inmate is over here perpetrating a fraud, just trying to get out of his cell. But I'm just saying, it's like having like human rights as being an inmate. I don't think that they should be treated like that. That's all I'm saying. But I have to myself go back and watch the trial because I know that was a state no, not this one because he's in federal custody, but his other one was a state case. But I have to go back and listen or read the court documents and stuff like that to actually see and get a opinion for myself on like what happened. Was he rightfully charged? Yes or no? I don't know. But it's just crazy. But let's continue listening to Dr. Umar, because Dr. Umar, I'm telling you, he is giving us a lot of information. Hey, John, how are you? Welcome. Loving Myself says, pregabalin is pregabalin is a powerful medication. I took that one. I was out for oh my God. Oh my God, Loving Myself. Oh my God. I don't like it. Had me. Oh, is that what he gave him? I don't remember. Is that what Dr. Umar said it was, or maybe because I'm telling you this stuff, this situation. Like I said, I'm not a doctor, but if they have doses in like medications where it's like one pill can be like a 10 milligram pill, then the second pill a little stronger and it has like 200 written on there or whatever, then like the third pill maybe 400 milligrams or whatever. And if they give you a pill and you're just used to seeing one pill versus like say they give you like maybe one of the pills maybe 100 milligrams, they give you that one pill. But say in another medication of yours, maybe you have to take two because maybe the milligrams are like 5 milligrams. So they give you 2 to equal 10 because maybe that medication doesn't make 10. I can see if you're like, something ain't right. But if it's just one pill and then they're giving you like they have that one pill, say whatever it was that they were giving him, and it only comes in like maybe a 100 milligram, just say 100 milligram, and he's supposed to take 200 milligrams. They give him 2 pills. Okay, these are my 2 pills. Okay. But if it's one pill and you don't know if that one pill is the 200 milligram, 400 milligram or 800 milligram, but you're like, you're in jail. You like, medicine call comes, they put the little pill in a little cup or something like that, and you just toss it back. You're like, okay, there's my pill. There's my anxiety medicine. But then you start having all kind of issues and situations and you call them for help. I mean, that is crazy. Love Myself says, sounds like it. I'm racking my brain. Yes, me too. That's why I'm like, this is sad. This is crazy. This is like unbelievable. This is crazy. 456 Casino says in Jersey, they gave you the stuff called Thorazine. It knocks you out. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's crazy. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Hold on real quick. Okay. Yeah, so this is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. So like I said, whatever anybody did, any person, even remember that young guy, the one that was not young, he was like 42. Remember the guy's the one that the New York State police officers beat up in the prison and he died. Remember I did a live on that, you guys. It was on, matter of fact, at the beginning of the year for New Year's. It happened around December, but I did on New Year's. Me and Jamil was in Philly then, and I did a live on that one. And remember the New York correction officers, they beat that boy all the way till he died. Do y'all remember that? And I was like, it doesn't matter what a person has done on the outside. John says he remembers. Yeah, it was sad, John, wasn't it? It doesn't matter what a person does on the inside, right? Because we know sometimes even the situation, right? We know, there's criminals, and there's people who probably do stuff like, do something bad when they're either at a young age or they do something that, whatever the case may be. He was in there serving his time. That doesn't constitute the correction officers beating him all the way to his death. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. These people, and I do have somebody, that's in prison, right? A family member. There is a lot of people that have people in prison. But y'all, does it constitute just because they're in prison and did something wrong and broke the law that they deserve to get treated like animals, to deserve to get beat, to deserve to get almost taken out for giving the wrong medicine? So I'm just saying, this is crazy. Hey Michael, how are you? I'm doing great today. Happy Sunday fun day. Yeah, there's no way and there's no reason why these inmates should be treated like, you don't even, I would say like animals, but you don't even treat animals like that. This is crazy. But y'all, let's continue. I'm telling you, this little thing, Umar Johnson, I'm telling you, he broke it down today, and I was like, oh my God, he nailed he hit the nail on the I forget how to say it. He nailed he pinned the nail in the coffin. That's all I'm trying to say. I couldn't even get it out. But y'all, let's continue.
Same thing. R. Kelly, like Prince and Tupac, was a workaholic. He has all kinds of unpublished material. And what did R. Kelly lawyer assert back in 2022, Art? When he first went to jail.
Wow.
Right before or right after his New York conviction, and right after his Chicago conviction. In 2022, R. Kelly told the media through his lawyer that hundreds of his master recordings are for his unreleased music.
Oh wow, Darren.
Were stolen from his home and studio.
Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all hear what Dr. Umar just said? He said they stole a lot of unpublished music from R. Kelly's house and his studio. Y'all, these people are something else. But y'all, let's continue. This is a whole setup.
In 2022, right around the time he's convicted and sentenced, R. Kelly finds out that hundreds of his unreleased master recordings were stolen from his home and studio.
Wow.
And then what do we find, Art? That some of R. Kelly's music was found on some of the major streaming platforms.
Wow.
Without his submission and without his permission.
Oh, wow. So right there, y'all, this is telling y'all they wanted him in jail so they can go and get his music. Now, be known to me, like I said, with what his situation is and his charges, I don't know. I will have to go back and look. But was this a big reason why they wanted him to be in that jailhouse? Because they wanted to go and break in his house and get his unpublished music, and then all of a sudden it's on different streaming services, different streaming platforms, and they're making money. They're making money. No sound. Okay, y'all can hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Put a 1 if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Let me see. Put a one. Okay. Okay, y'all can hear me. Okay. Yeah. So this is crazy. This is crazy. How y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. But y'all, let's listen to some more with Dr. Umar. When I say he is spilling the tea on this Sunday, honey, baby, chicken child, Umar is filling up my teacup today. Y'all, let's continue to listen because he is breaking it down.
In the hell did the streaming platforms get music from R. Kelly that he never gave them? And then what else happened in 2022, Art? An album?
Do you want to discover how we got over 1 million
Wow.
subscribers on
Oh my God. Thank you, Vanessa. We got Vanessa from Baltimore. Hey, I got some great friends in Baltimore, Vanessa. Welcome in. Y'all, this is crazy. This is why we have to open our eyes, y'all. These people doing devious stuff, but y'all, let's continue to listen.
I Admit was released in 2022, and it was quickly pulled from the shelf, and Sony Records, which is the parent company of RCA, who picked up R. Kelly after he was dropped from Jive, claimed no responsibility for the mysterious release of the I Admit album in 2022 while R. Kelly was in jail.
Wow.
We also know that before R. Kelly got convicted, he was in a tug of war with his parent company, Art, for not being properly compensated for his music. Remember that?
Whoa.
I'm telling you,
Whoa, wait a minute. I did not know that. See, that's what I'm saying. I did not know that. I did not know that. So this is what I'm saying. Because y'all remember with Angie Stone was cheated out of a whole lot of money. I think millions of dollars. Because Angie didn't know how the system really worked. She was saying that I could have retired in my 40s, and she was in her 60s when she passed away earlier this year. And she was saying she was cheated out of so much money. I'm like, she is 60 something years old. And she said, I could have retired 20 years ago. And I felt so bad. And she found out that she was getting bamboozled by her record label. And now she found out how to fix the situation. And then when she was in the middle of fixing it, all of a sudden she's in a car accident. Most Hated Bronze says, yep, yes. Y'all, we have to open our eyes. I'm telling you, this is crazy, y'all. This is crazy. But y'all, let's continue. Because when I say this is an eye-opener today on this Sunday Fun Day, I'm telling you, my eyes is all the way open.
This sounds just like Prince. What happened with Prince? In 2014, Prince gets his master recordings back. He's been fighting for his master recordings for years.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, he gets his master recordings back in 2014.
Hey, Roxanne.
And he's dead by 2016.
Wow.
They trying to take R. Kelly out because they do not want to give him his music back. They've already stolen too much of it. They already owe him money that they never paid him. They don't want him to expose the music industry. And they don't want to get sued by R. Kelly. This takes me to Angie Stone.
Wow.
The Angie Stone, R. Kelly situation are very similar.
Wow.
What did Angie Stone say in December 2024? Angie Stone did a live where she said her parent company owed her royalties that they had not paid her. She said they owed her multiple millions of dollars.
Wow.
And she said she was going to get her money and expose the label.
See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. These music labels, y'all, they are like almost like a gang in itself from what I am hearing, allegedly. They will go out and do whatever, and then next thing you know, they are making money and not giving you your portion. They're like making, okay, I made $100 off of this. We're going to give her $3. Y'all, this is what they do to you. That's why, like I said, when we come into new places and new spaces, like me with YouTube, with TikTok, with Instagram. We don't know the full gist of it. You're trying to learn the system. You're trying to learn how to work things. You're trying to learn this. You're trying to learn that. But when you don't know it, this is when these people, they will go over there and they will rob you blind and you don't even know it because you're accepting, okay, this is $3. That's really good. I'm happy to have this. $3 more than I had. But when you know that you should have made that $100, or even probably more or whatever above and beyond, this is when sugar honey iced tea gets real. And this is when Angie Stone found out. And then what's I'll Be Sure was helping her. I'll Be Sure was trying to help her get to her money. And then next thing you know, this happened. It is sad. Yes, John, it is sad and terrible. She was a 60-something-year-old woman still performing. And I know Angie Stone's old enough to probably, be almost, maybe my mom. And she was still on stage performing like Michael Jackson at the age that she was. I can't even get up on the stage. I'll probably be huffing and puffing. I couldn't even get on the stage and do all that dancing and even walking around. I'd be like, oh, I could take 2 steps and 2 steps to the left and 2 steps to the right, and then I'm done. That's it. I'm tired. So she was over there performing up until her 60-something earlier this year. And she said, I could have retired 20 years ago. And she's out there still hustling, still hitting the roads, still hitting them stages, and she was still performing up until she passed away. These people are demonic, y'all. Let's continue.
I'm going to get my money and I'm going to expose the label. And then that was in December 2024.
Wow.
February 28th, Art Black History Month, final day. She's performing in Alabama. March the 1st, she's driving with her entourage to the next destination. And all of a sudden, they get into an accident. And the media reports that Angie Stone dies in a car accident, and she's the only member of her entourage who dies in the car accident. And then we find out, Art, that she didn't die in the car accident. A snow bunny helped her out of the car. Because Angie Stone was discombobulated, according to the woman who helped her out, she told her to sit on the side of the road. Look at this, Art. Sit on the side of the road.
Wow.
As soon as she tells Angie Stone to sit on the side of the road, an 18-wheeler.
For anyone
Wow. Oh my goodness. See, this is what I'm saying. Mainstream media is not going to tell us this, y'all. Let's continue. Wow.
The median on the highway, Art. An 18-wheeler crosses the median on the highway and runs Angie Stone over, killing her and nobody else. Help me
Suspicious.
understand, what are the chances
Yep.
that you get into a car accident, you climb out, so the first attempt was unsuccessful, Art. The first attempt was unsuccessful. She was supposed to be unalived in that accident. She climbs out. You know how we know that? Because the media had already reported she passed in a car accident, Art.
Whoa,
The media
wait.
had reported it.
Wait a minute. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Did you hear what Umar said? Umar said that the media was already saying that she passed away. Y'all, I'm telling you, y'all, we got to open our eyes. Let's continue. Oh, my God.
So then, and you know the media already gets the news. Okay? When the Honorable Marcus Garvey died in England, Art, the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, father of modern Pan-Africanism, greatest organizer of all time of any race. The newspaper reported he was deceased before he was deceased.
Wow.
Which is why some people believe that Mr. Garvey was poisoned. And that's why he died on June 10th, 1940. I'm just drawing a parallel here.
Wow.
The media reported that Angie Stone died in a car accident, but she wasn't dead.
Wow.
They were told to report that.
Oh, y'all see what he's saying? He said that they were told to report she died in the accident, but she didn't even die in the accident. This is why everybody is such an uproar. Marie says Angie was set up. Yes, I believe so. John says, wow. Yes, it's crazy. Loving Myself says some musicians still have it and some don't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because, baby, if it was right now, if it was me, I'd be like, I don't got it. I can take 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, and that's probably about all you're going to get from me. But she was still over there performing, and she still had it. So this is the whole lie and a setup. This is what the mainstream media, he's saying, like, will tell us. And this is why we sit here and we say we believe a lot of stuff they say, because it's the news, right? We believe everything the news say. The news says it's going to be 92 degrees today. Oh, it's 92 degrees today. We just know it feels hotter than fish grease, right? Oh, yeah, they're right. So with everything, a lot of people, and I've gotten myself out of that mental space, to where it's like programming. I'm not gonna listen to what the news is saying. Oh, it's gonna be a cloudy purple day today outside. The clouds are gonna be purple. No, I'm gonna go look and see what is it. Is it purple? Like, hold on. Look, is it purple? Is it really purple out there? Because it kind of looks like it's blue out there. You know, it kind of looks like it's blue out there, right? But we have to sit and we have to think for ourselves. We can't just take somebody's word for face value. Hey, Ivan, how are you? Ivan says, shout out to Lounge and Brother Jamil, Pure Survival. Ivan. Welcome. Happy Sunday Fun Day. Nick says, everyone listen and learn something. And Black Woman is speaking. Nick, welcome. Success says, you have beautiful hair. You should do promotions for weave apps. Thank you, but no, I don't do all that. Loving Myself says, not really, because she had health issues as well. Yeah, you're right. But I'm saying she was still able to perform at the age that she was, right? Loving Myself, she was still going and doing stuff. And yes, she had I don't know what kind of health issues she had, but even with her health issues, she was still out. She was still performing, knowing that she was getting bamboozled. And then when she figured out, I'll Be Sure was trying to help her get her paperwork in line so she could sue, and she was going to expose them, which I'm not mad. Somebody tried to do something to me, I would expose them too. I would be upset. Yes, they took all this money from me. It's our legal right too, right? If somebody does something to you, yes, you can say that they did something to you if you know that you can prove what you're saying is right and legit, right? Ivan says, love all over for you. Thank you, Ivan. Thank you. Yes, so it's crazy, but y'all, let's continue to listen.
Because those who arranged for her murder did not think that the first attempt could go wrong. But you always have backup at that level, Art. So to make sure she didn't get out of that situation alive, after she climbed out the car, the totaled car, she sat on the side of the road with the assistance of a Caucasian woman, an 18-wheeler, just so happens, Art, crosses the median.
Wow.
And runs our sister over.
Wow.
Taking her life and nobody else's.
Wow. So hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. I know I keep on stopping it because this stuff is so good and I'm stopping every 2 seconds. But put a 1 in the chat if you guys ever heard any mainstream media report that Angie Stone got in an accident. She was pulled to the side and then a truck came and crossed the median and hit her. Please put a 1 in the chat if y'all heard mainstream media report that. Because I haven't. I'm putting a 0 or nothing. Because I have not heard that reporting from mainstream media at all. Okay, Most Bronze put a 1. You heard it, Most Bronze? You heard that they reported it? And they said that, yeah, Bronze, you heard? I put in a 0. Because I did not hear that Angie Stone got in the accident. Then she made it. She was still alive. And then she got pulled out. Some lady pulled her out. And then they said she was on the side of the road. And that's when the truck hit her. See, that's what I'm saying. Bron says she never died in the accident. Yes, that's what we're saying, Bron. She never died in the accident. She never died in the accident. She was hit after the accident. They pulled her to the side and she was on a medium and they said a truck hit her. But that's why I'm saying, y'all, we have to listen because this mainstream media does not be reporting what really, really happened. Because I'm more than sure, I'm more than 1,000% sure people that was on that highway during that accident, I'm more than sure they got the footage of Angie Stone coming out the car, walking or getting help to get out the car, the truck, right? The Sprinter van. And then all of a sudden they probably seen where she also got hit by the truck, by the 18-wheeler truck. So I'm telling you, it's crazy, y'all. But y'all, let's continue. I'm trying not to stop it, but he been giving spilling the tea. Y'all, let's hit the like
That is
button.
not a coincidence. R. Kelly is in the same situation as Angie Stone. The only difference between Angie Stone and R. Kelly is more popular, has more music, and is owed more money. Angie Stone was free as you can be in a racist society. R. Kelly is trapped in solitary confinement. Look at Tory Lanez.
Wow.
Tory Lanez gets stabbed, what, 14 times?
Yep. Yes. I even heard that while this commercial was playing real quick. I even heard that too. I heard that about Tory Lanez. I didn't even watch his story. But they say that's like a setup too. So y'all, I'm telling you, it's kind of make you wonder, like if y'all got any family that's trying to make it in the industry, tell them just to get on YouTube or TikTok or Instagram and turn on the camera and sing, dance, do cartwheels, backflips, or whatever the case may be. Because if they go there messing with them people, it is not going to be a good turnout. They maybe come up unalived or on them rugs, y'all, because everybody in Hollywood is on them rugs. They are the Tootsie, sniffing up the stuff. They on the Obama pills. They on something, right? They got alcohol problems. They got rug problems. They got sex addiction problems. They have all these problems, and it makes mentally screws up their life. I mean, look at Justin Bieber. And then that other girl that Justin Bieber was trying to help out. These people are demonic. They will take you and they will try to spin you around and do whatever they want to do. And as soon as you tell them no, they get to starting to spinning them narratives. This person's a crazy alcoholic, drunk. She's a child abuser. She's a molester. She's a drunk. She's all these things. She's this. She's that. She's blah. They will start spinning all kind of narratives on you. And it's crazy. Unalive. Yes, they would do all kind of stuff, y'all. I'm telling you, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. Tell your family members to stay away from Hollywood. Turn the YouTube on. Turn the TikTok, Instagram, or whatever platform they want to use, Twitch or whatever. Turn it on and make themselves popular, make themselves a millionaire, make themselves famous or whatever through that. Because if you go through Hollywood, you cross that Hollywood threshold, honey, baby chicken child, it's going to be up and stuck for you. You're going to have problems after problems after problems. Once you get in there, they want your social security number. They want a sample of your blood, a sample of your hair. They want to know where your mama lived, where your daddy lived, where your cousin, your greasy granny, what graveyard your great-great-grandpa is buried in. They want to know everything because they want to know. Once you come in there and you tell them no for one simple situation, they going after everything. They're going to dig the mama, great grandmama, great granddaddy out the grave. They going to go over there and blow your house up. They're going to do everything under the sun to try to take you down. And then they would try to throw you in the hospital when you don't even need to be in the hospital. Remember, like what they're doing to Jay-Z's what's that name? The Jay-Z's right hand lady's daughter. They did to her like that. Took her, put her in the hospital because she's saying her husband is crazy and he's doing some kind of craziness. And I'm like, these people are crazy. Maybe you should control your own kids like that. Have your own kids and maybe control them. But no, they want to control you, how you wear your clothes. If you got a market deal, a clothing deal, you can't wear your socks up. You got to wear them down, or you got to wear them folded over. You got to wear your pants in two little cuffs or rolled down. It's crazy how they try to control every factor of your life. And it's sad, but it's true. But y'all, let's continue listening to good old Umar.
And right before Tory Lanez and Prayers to Tory Lanez, blessings to Tory Lanez, blessings to his family. I see his father is a real strong fighter. Now, let me say this, Art.
Yes,
Because
Polo.
when I don't know
Facts.
something, I don't know something. As far as the back and forth going on as to whether or not Tory Lanez pulled the trigger that shot Megan in the toe, whether it was Kelsey, I can't get into that. I don't know enough about that. If I don't know, I don't know.
And
If
I
he's
agree.
innocent, he need to be released. If he did it, I still don't think he should have got 10 years because it wasn't an attempt on a life. But that's just me.
Facts.
Anyhow, I'm not going to deal with that part. But I'm going to deal with this part. Is it
Hey,
a
Jamil.
coincidence, Art, that days before he gets stabbed up,
Hey, Maria.
days before, he submits an appeal to have his case retried?
Wow.
Is that a coincidence? I don't think it is. Also, mind you, Tory Lanez, similar to a Tupac Shakur, not Tupac, but similar. He's in prison, politicizing the inmates, and he's helping them, even paying his own money out of his own pocket, Art, helping them fund their freedom
Wow.
for false convictions and errors made by their attorneys that got them locked up when they shouldn't have been.
Wow.
Because as you know, most cases are plea bargain because we can't afford legal representation. So Tory Lanez is in here helping inmates get their freedom.
Wow.
We know that he was an independent artist. We know the major labels do not like independent artists.
Yep, that's true. Oh,
Because
wait.
being a successful independent
Yes, being an independent artist, you know, they even said, what's that guy out of Memphis, y'all? The big case out of Memphis, the one that got pow-powed up at that bakery shop or cookie shop. Jamal says Tory Lanez broke the internet. He's a threat. Yes, that's the thing. Him, Jamil, and remember the one in Memphis, the one that he left, Young Dolph. Yes, y'all. Absolutely, yes. Those people we see. Remember when he got unalived? He got unalived because remember that other guy, what's his name? The one that was trying to put him on. And I think it was Young Dolph that got killed, y'all. I think. I might get the names messed up. But yes, Young Dolph, he was like doing it big, right? And then that other guy, he was trying to like, you want to sign? I want to sign you. And it was all about money. Then next thing you know, he's unalived. Y'all, I'm telling you, these people are demonic entities. If they cannot make $1 off of you, then and they get mad because they can't make $1 off of you. Oh, baby, best believe they will try to put you in a car accident, get you in a car accident. They will pow you. I mean, they will do all kind of stuff. That's why it's good to be careful and just watch, look, lurk, keep your eyes and ears open. Try to move somewhere where they don't know where you live at, because when I'm saying, and you can't even go back to the hood to try to give back. You probably have to have somebody going and buying these donuts or giving these turkey dinners and doing your good deeds through other people, because once you put yourself in that situation, you're trying to go give back, you're physically doing it yourself. These are the things that happen. As sad as it is, because when you do make a come up from where you came from and you want to give back and you want to show people, look, I'm still with y'all. I'm just because I done made it out of the hood or out of Memphis or out of wherever, I'm still like, my heart is here. This is my home. This is where I grew up. I want to do great deeds. And then when you go and do these great deeds, these are the things that happen. It's sad, y'all. It is sad. These people are demonic entities. I'm telling you, how you going to try to, kill me because I don't want to sign with you? That's crazy. These people are mentally unstable. Like their elevator don't go to the top. But y'all, let's continue.
independent artists.
Oh yeah, let me say this too. I think his day is coming too. Yo Gotti, yeah, Marie, Yo Gotti. I totally believe that Yo Gotti's day is around the corner, marching into. Watch what I tell y'all. Young Gotti, I'm telling you, they are coming to get him.
The artists know you don't have to go to the majors. That undermines their authority over music. So the major music companies had a vested interest in.
Oh yes, Jamil. Oh, they absolutely will. They will absolutely. You are so right. They will go and smear. Look, the YouTubers, everybody. I'm telling you, they will do. I mean, do it to everybody. A lot of people, right? I mean, no matter who you are, if you are making more, getting more views, more numbers, making more numbers, they will try to like assassinate your name too. And I'm like, I don't care. Get 1,000,000 views, get 1,000 views, get 100,000,000 trillion bazillion views. I don't care. I'm gonna still go and do what I have to do, right? I am not checking and clocking nobody's money. I'm not checking and clocking nobody's views. You know, maybe if I do say, you know, this made a lot of views because it went viral or something like that, okay, you know, I mentioned it like that. But as far as trying to be like, oh no, this person made 1,000,000 views off of this video, why didn't I make 1,000,000 views? Like, I don't even care. I don't even get into that competitive like state. I don't think I'm better than nobody, and I always tell you guys that I don't think I'm better than nobody. You know, I don't think what I have and who I am makes me better than the next person at all, whether it be a male or a female. I'm not better than nobody. I just try to do what I can do my best, and that's it. That's all, right? That's all you can do. Do your best, you know, be a good person, be a good Samaritan, treat people right, and everything else will fall into place for you, right? So it's crazy. Okay, welcome back, loving myself. Welcome back. Jamil said exactly. We all support one another. Absolutely, absolutely. And Jamil, I need to subscribe to your channel. Do you have another channel, Jamil? I don't know. Do you have another channel? Let me see. If you have another channel, let me know. Because I see it says no subscribers there on your channel. But if you have another channel, just let me know what your channel is. And if you guys have channels, let me know. Just put, I have a channel, and I'll subscribe to you. And I'll watch as much content or check you guys out, definitely. Because it's all about connecting with each other. It's all about like helping each other out. Because what they say, Rome wasn't built in one day, right? We are all like, we all are here for the same purpose. We're trying to all make it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you gotta share, help each other, you know, encourage each other, you know, be positive. You know what I'm saying? Because Rome wasn't built in one day, and it wasn't built by just one person either, right? So it is crazy. It is really crazy. But some people are like that. But you won't get that here at the lounge, because look, we always try to support other people. Even though I be busy and doing 50, 11 things, I still will try to watch and support other people. Maria says, same here, girl. Yeah. So if y'all have channels, leave your channel name in the comments, in either in this live or after the live. And if you guys have a channel, hey, I'll follow you guys. Check out y'all's content. But y'all, let's continue listening to Dr. Umar.
And Tory Lanez being
You're
taken
welcome,
out.
Jamil.
And the prison system, which means the U.S. government has a vested interest in Tory Lanez being taken out. Why, Art? Because...
Oh, yeah, loving myself, yes. And I told myself I was gonna do a live on those ones. So I'm telling you, it's sad. It's sad. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch them again so I can do a live on those ones. But I'll let you know. I'll send you back a message when I do a live on it, and I need to make note of that. But I definitely will. But matter of fact, let me screenshot so I can remember, because I remember off of my screenshots. Oh my goodness, what in the world did I do? Hold on, y'all. I didn't put. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's continue.
In California, an inmate is worth $133,000 a year.
Wow.
This Celtic
Oh,
song
wow.
viral among
Did y'all hear what he said? The inmate is worth 100 and something. Oh my God. Y'all, it's a money business. It is a whole money business for everybody. Let's continue.
$133,000 a year.
Wow.
So Tory Lanez helping them get out is
Wow.
undermining the bottom line of the prison system.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all know I keep on stopping it. I did not know that. You see how much I've learned just listening? I'm telling you. You see how much I learned? That's why I said I'm got to go live and tell my peoples. I got to tell the loungers about this this specific video that Umar talks about. Dr. Umar was breaking a lot of stuff down because for us, I mean, at least for me, let me not speak for everybody. For me, I wasn't thinking about that. Because I was like, well, why did they, stab Tory up? And it makes sense. It makes complete sense. He's in there undermining the state because he's in state prison. He is undermined. If he's trying to pass out money to help, hey, here's a little couple of dollars to go and try to fight your case. Here's a couple of dollars to go and fight your case. And then the state is getting upset because they are saying that he's in here trying to take our money away. We about to go and sit him down. And who's to say that wasn't a setup? Who's to say the jail didn't send somebody to do their dirty work to stop him from, helping other people? It's crazy, y'all. It is so crazy. Oh my God. Jamil says we appreciate. Wait, I'm sorry. Jamil says we have to respect our system. That's how everybody eats. CO's police order has to be kept. Bills have to be paid. Yeah, exactly. And I guess to me that was like Tory Lanez was like you said, undermining the system.
And he's not back at the same prison. He was transferred to another prison. And of course, we're going to wait and see what his appeal says. I can't speak to Megan. I can't speak to Kelsey. I can't speak to Tory on the conviction because I don't know what happened in that car. But what I do know, what I feel in my heart, his stabbing was not just a case of a prison beef.
Wow.
I believe that came from somewhere else. I absolutely believe that. The timing art doesn't add up. And the fact that he helping the brothers get out, $133,000 a year per inmate, I'm sure the California prison system isn't happy about that. So look at Angie Stone, look at Tory Lanez, and now let's look at R. Kelly.
Wow.
When you put R. Kelly's situation in the context of Angie Stone and Tory Lanez, and he was more successful than them both, of course, Tory is too young, right? He's still young, up and coming. But R. Kelly is a bigger name, or was a bigger name, than Tory Lanez and Angie Stone put together.
Wow.
So, if you can believe that they unalived Angie Stone over music and unpaid royalties, and that they would attempt to take Tory Lanez out of here because they don't want him publishing independent music, then you clearly have to come to the conclusion that R. Kelly is not exaggerating. His attorney is not exaggerating. They are trying to take R. Kelly out of here because he is too much of a risk to the music industry. And they would be better off without him because, as we all know, deceased artists are worth more money.
Yep.
And if they already stole hundreds, R. Kelly's lawyer said they stole hundreds of his master recordings. How many does he have? How much music does R. Kelly have sitting around, Art?
Wow.
Because he got the 30 years from New York.
Wow.
Sex trafficking.
And let me say this real quick. Wasn't R. Kelly, they say he was broke when he went in. He was broke. I remember there was people trying to help him pay his child support. And that's all I can remember from the R. Kelly case, that he was broke and people were sending in money to help him pay his back child support off. I do remember that about that. But y'all, let's continue. This is crazy.
20 years from Chicago, child pornography, they run concurrently, right? His earliest release time is 2045. R. Kelly is about 56, 57. So he wouldn't get out at the earliest, Art. At the earliest, he wouldn't get out until he's 77 years old.
Wow.
If he gets out early. If he don't get out early, he ain't coming out till he in his 80s, Art. They need him to stay in prison as long as possible. And that's why his lawyer is having such a difficult time, Art, trying to reopen his case so that the court can look at how the U.S. Attorney's Office and the Bureau of Prisons and the Department of Justice engaged in criminal conduct in investigating the R. Kelly case. If they can prove that, he gets released, Art, the case gets overturned. The music industry cannot afford it.
Wow.
And let me give you this, Art. A lesson to black people. Because we had this conversation a couple interviews ago. But to underscore my point that they're using R. Kelly and Sean Combs as a distraction away from white people with similar accusations. When R. Kelly
Yeah, Jamel,
was
facts.
going through his trial and conviction in 2021 and 2022, Art, guess what else was happening in the world? The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops had put out a call to survivors of Catholic Church sex abuse to file complaints. And in 2021, the same year as R. Kelly's conviction,
Facts, Maria.
they reported that they had received over 4,000 complaints from survivors, Art. 4,000 complaints from nearly 4,000 survivors of Roman Catholic child sex abuse.
Wow.
And the same time they report that, R. Kelly gets convicted. France came out in 2021, the country of France, and said they had over 200,000 cases of child sex abuse.
Wow.
2021, the same year R. Kelly gets convicted. And
Wow.
then Spain came out, and Spain said they had 216,000 child sex abuse cases, Art.
Wow. Dang.
You're talking about 200,000, 216, that's 416.
Wow.
Another 4,000. That's 420,000 cases, Art. 420,000 cases of child sex abuse from the Roman Catholic Church being reported, and all of a sudden R. Kelly goes to trial, gets
Wow.
convicted, and goes to jail. And to help distract the public from what was going on in the Roman Catholic Church, what did they do on January 3rd, 2019, Art? They dropped Surviving R. Kelly.
Wow. Oh my God. Yo, I'm telling you, this situation, I'm telling you, we have to keep our eyes open because this is stuff I did not even know. If you guys knew about all this, put a 1 in the comment box. I did not know. When I say Dr. Umar is breaking it all the way down, y'all, he is breaking it all the way down. He's breaking it all the way down. This is crazy. Destiny says R. Kelly is a top fiddler. R. Kelly is a mess too. But y'all, what he's saying, oh my goodness, y'all, this is crazy. I did not know all of this. 11 by says 0000. This is crazy. Wow. Wow.
What did they do again in 2020, Art? They dropped Surviving R. Kelly a second time.
Dang.
Part 2. January of 19.
Oh, you're
part
welcome,
1.
Destiny.
January of 20, part 2. R. Kelly convicted in New York, 2021. R. Kelly convicted in Chicago, 2022, Art. And guess what? That's why that black cardinal of the Roman Catholic Church, Art, was not voted the next pope of the Roman Catholic Church. His name is Cardinal Robert Sarah. He's from Guinea in West Africa. You probably seen him. Do you know who I'm talking about? The black pope that everybody said should have been the next pope? Yes, Cardinal Robert Kelly, who lives in Rome, Art. He's the #1 ranking, or one of the top ranking, cardinals of the Roman Catholic Church.
Wow.
Although he's from Africa, he's been living in Guinea since 2001, Art. 24 years. He lives right there.
Oh, see, I didn't know
And
this.
guess what? They don't give him the Pope job.
Wow.
Instead, they come all the way to Chicago. They come all the way to Chicago.
Wow.
And they choose their first American Pope who has a history of doing what, Art? Covering up child sex crimes.
What?
In the Roman Catholic Church, allegedly.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys know that? See, this is the things. I am uneducated. I did not know. I didn't know about that. I did not know that. Y'all, this is crazy. I'm telling you, Dr. Umar I'm telling you, when I say I got me a whole education in 30 minutes watching Dr. Umar right before I went live and listened to this, I could not believe this. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is crazy. Jamil says, above my pay grade. Yes, this is crazy. Oh my God, y'all. Let's finish listening.
Allegedly, that the new pope has a history of covering up child sex crimes. You know why they didn't give Cardinal Robert Serra that popeship, Art? He would have cleaned house. He would have cleaned house. Anybody who was guilty of touching children, he was going to strip them of their rank and put them out the church. Not just take their title. You're out of the church.
Wow.
They couldn't let that black man.
Oh, I'm loving myself. This is Art of Dialogue. Here's his channel right here. Hold on, let me move my laptop. This is Art of Dialogue. Right here, you can put Art, A-R-T of Dialogue in there and just go click on the videos. And this is his last video for today, at least earlier it was. I'm not sure if he put more videos out, but shout out to Art of Dialogue. When I say y'all, yes, y'all have to watch it again, like the full 30 minutes. Y'all know I have to commentate because YouTube, you know, when I do reactions, I can't just let it play. I have to stop and commentate on it. So, yes, thank you, Jamil. Thank you. It's right there. Loving myself, the Art of Dialogue. Yeah, the Art of Dialogue. But y'all have to go and watch it again. But, you know, I'm just doing a reaction, so I have to stop it, let it play, talk about it, you know, all that, you know, YouTube rules.
Man, he probably would have made the Roman Catholic Church pay reparations for slavery. He probably would have
Wow.
gave Africa back all the artifacts that they stole. They couldn't. You will never get a black bishop. You will never get a black pope, Art. They cannot allow, even though the first popes in history were black. The first ones were black. But you'll never get any more black ones. They can't afford for the corruption of the Roman Catholic Church to be exposed.
Wow.
R. Kelly was a mule for the media to distract the world away from the Roman Catholic Church child sex abuse scandal.
Hey, Aaron.
Do you know what they can do with his music, Art? I want to know how many unreleased master recordings he got.
Facts,
Because
Maria.
he said they stole hundreds. At least, I think it was at least 100 of them, Art. At least 100. How much music you got, bro? How much music? And then for an album to come out, Art.
See,
in 2022.
See, I did not even know, because like I said, I don't even like pay attention to like the popes and all that. I know there's popes, but I don't like pay attention. But y'all see, he's saying that this is you know, there was a chance for you know, a black pope, but they didn't pick him. But Jamil says there were 3 black popes before what we see. See, I didn't even know that, Jamil. So I'm learning, y'all. I'm telling you, Dr. Umar, you know, Dr. Umar, he has his ways, you know, and that's okay. But he is giving us a lot of good information that I was unaware of, y'all. I mean, shout out to Dr. Umar. But y'all, let's continue listening to see what he has to say. It's a couple of more minutes left on this video.
2, I admit, with music he never released, and then his songs is
Did you
playing
know
on
you
the
crazy?
streets, and then before he gets convicted, he's fighting y'all because y'all not paying him what he's due, and y'all not trying to give him his masters. And here's the thing, Art.
Yes,
Just like
Maria.
Tory Lanez, check this out. Tory Lanez is an independent artist. Well, guess what, Art?
Wow.
In 2019, when Surviving R. Kelly comes out, RCA Sony drops R. Kelly.
Wow.
You know what that means? R. Kelly is an independent artist. R. Kelly is an independent artist.
Wow.
They can't afford for him to get out and produce his own music and sue them for all the back money and back masters recordings that he's owed.
Wow.
R. Kelly right now is in the same position as Prince and Michael Jackson. More appropriately, Prince. He's in the same position as Prince right now.
Wow.
You're worth more to us unalived than alive. And I hope that he survives this. Whatever crimes he did against children, Artie got to pay for that.
Wow. Yeah,
That's
see?
the pay for that.
Yep, see, that's what I'm saying. If he did that against the children, y'all, he is locked up. You know, he is. Because if he did that, what they're alleging about the sex trafficking, the sex, whatever, the kids, you know, the with the children, with the babies, you know, he is dead wrong for that. But right now, he's locked up, right? So I feel if he's locked up, even if it doesn't say that, you know, he's locked up for the children, you know, doing the bad things, he's still locked up. But at the same time, what is the other game that they're trying to play? And I see that they're trying to play him for his music. But y'all, let's continue.
If you urinated on that child, you stay in jail till you 80.
Yep.
If you ever get out.
Facts.
I'm serious about that. No child should ever be abused. So I'm not saying we letting him off the hook for that. I'm saying his life should not be taken for the benefit of a racist white music industry. That's all I'm saying. Because I believe he has children. He at least has family.
Yeah, he does.
He need that money to take care of his family. He got a community in Chicago. He need his money to take care of his Chicago. He can still take care of his business behind prison walls, but he should not be murdered for his music. He was not sentenced to die for his music. And therefore, I separate the two things.
Facts. Wow. Shout out to Art of Dialogue. When I tell you that was a whole... Hold on, you guys. Let me put my little thing in my little clip. Hold on. Okay. When I tell you guys that this video with Art of Dialogue earlier from Dr. Umar was on point... We hold on real quick. Let me pause this. This video 30 minutes. Y'all go watch it. Go check it out. It is great to sit. Like I said, I had to stop and stop and play it and commentate on it cuz like I said, YouTube will shut her down. But anyway, that's what we have to do. But when you watch it yourself 30 minutes straight, y'all going to be like, and because sometimes I don't know about you guys, you watch something and you watch it and then you get like a lot of certain things from it, but then you play it again and then you're like, hold on, I missed that. See, that's what I do. I have a habit of that. Like if I watch it, it'd be so good. It's like, man, I missed hold on, I missed that one thing. I didn't even know that that there was a black pope that was possibly able to get in. But I'm telling y'all, when y'all go and watch it, I'm telling you, Maria says knowledge is power, girl. Yes, it is, Maria. And we got a lot of that today. I'm telling you, John says same. Yes, I do. I be missing all kind of little, like, a couple of like, oh man, I missed that. But when y'all go watch it, shout out, like I said, to the Art of Dialogue channel. I'm telling you, that is a good video with Dr. Umar talking about R. Kelly and all of them. Great video. Jump Chambers says hi from Philadelphia. Hey, Jump Chambers, how are you? Kimar, hey, how are you? But y'all, I'm telling you, this thing is something crazy. Marie says, Dr. Umar be cooking. Yes, I'm telling you, when I say he was whipping up that Sunday dinner for us today on Sunday Fun Day, he was whipping it. He whipped it out today for us, right? He told us stuff unbeknown to me, I didn't even know, right? I did not know that the federal police or whatever, the prison guards or whatever, went into the hospital with the AKs and all of that, and then took him back to the prison when he didn't even get all of his treatment. When they asked if he could stay for 7 days to treat his blood clots, y'all, they showed up and took him back to the federal prison. Now this is, y'all, that's what I'm saying. These people have to separate. We know that people are in prison for not being good, right? They're not in prison for being the best person out there on the street. They're in there because they did something terrible, something awful. Some of them are in there wrongfully convicted. Some of them are in there for, doing something and they did it and they know they were wrong and okay. And then you got the savages. You got the dead wrong savages that they just acting a fool and a plum donkey no matter where they go. It don't matter if they're in the prison, if they're on the streets, if they're at the mama house, the grandma house, if they're in the backyard. They always going to cut up and act crazy. There's a lot of those out there too. But at the same time, even though they act like that, you still have to take care of them. You still have to feed them as inmates. You still have to give them the medication. If they are saying they need to go to, see the nurse, they should be entitled to go see the nurse if they're saying they're not feeling good. So it's just crazy. Jamil says he holding it down for the city. Yeah. Maria says thanks to you, my mind has acquired some knowledge. Thanks, sis. You're welcome, Maria. You're welcome. Jamil says the sad thing is we don't look in the mirror, but it has to be order. Yes, that's true. Maria says like Sean Combs allegedly. I know. And that's what I'm saying. We know that Diddy is a whole monster, right? We know. Hey, Layla, how are you? We know that Diddy's a monster, right? But really, did he do? Because to me, okay, I don't know the law and I can't quote it. I don't even want to read it about sex trafficking. But to me, sex trafficking is when you have like an organization, and it's like you have all these girls that you didn't somehow grabbed up, and you're holding them hostage, and you're making them go and have, sex with different people, right? That's what I'm thinking about sex trafficking. That's what I'm thinking. And to me, it doesn't outline that. And I have to read the law on that and stuff. But I'd rather watch a lawyer tell me, which that's what I've been doing. And y'all should do the same thing. I watch different lawyers, females, males, of all different nationalities, saying a lot about what these charges with Diddy. Like, it's not even what he's charged with. He should be charged with something else. So, and I'm not no Diddy. I don't care for Diddy at all. I think he's a disgusting monster, a whole demonic entity. But all I'm saying is we have to be fair and right and conscious about things that the right and wrong things, because there's a lot of people in prison convicted. And like I said, Jamil's friend, I'm going to do an interview with, he was wrongfully convicted and he's out now, thank God, but he's still kind of fighting his case. But at the same time, we have to go with what's right and what's wrong. I mean, if they're saying that you like I said, if they're saying you stole a candy bar, okay, and I'm saying that as an example to Diddy being a whole monster, right? We know that he didn't slap people, he put hands on people, he did this and he did that, right? But to say that he had sex trafficked, unless they're not showing us more evidence, right? But the evidence, I'm going off the evidence that they showed us, right? The witnesses and so-called victims, they haven't proved to me that he was running like a sex trafficking organization. Like, you see people, like, literally real stories of people being, thrown in vans, being kidnapped, thrown in vans, and then taken to like a house or whatever where they're being made to have sex with people. That's what I was like envisioning when it came to those charges. But when I seen all these victims, I'm like, these aren't victims. These are people who wanted to be with the facts, with the smoke, right? Jamil says facts, yeah. Jamil says, how is prostitution a federal charge? I don't know what's federal, what's state. I can't, because I don't even want to dig in the weeds of that, because I'm like, I'm not no lawyer, but I like watching prison stuff, jail stuff, and, listening to stories on how people ended up in jail, like with the stuff they did and stuff. But to be like, oh no, he was charged for this and this, and I know that prostitution, like, I don't like do a deep dive, but I just, in general, in my mind, on what I think about sex trafficking, I'm like, that is not no sex trafficking. I'm thinking of people, like I said, getting thrown in the white vans. Remember, getting thrown in white vans. You like walking home, walking from the store or something, and then somebody pulls up in a white van with some dark tinted windows, and then they snatch you up and throw you in the van, tape your mouth, and then next thing you know, you off to doing some sex trafficking, like having sex with people you don't even know of, and then they hold you hostage where you can't leave. It's like a bad, like I was thinking like that, like this really, really tragic situation. But I was like, this has turned out to be something different. And I'm like, we have to really, really look at the facts and what these laws are, what they say, and what this really is according to testimony and evidence, right? I'm not going off of how I feel, or, because I'll say, it to me, I'm understanding it like this. But like I said, you have to really go and read the law books. But I mean, from the evidence and what I think, what I was like assuming to be that, it was just that, but I don't know. Big Tone says, free Diddy. They were all willing participants for money. Let's be honest. Yes, that's what I'm saying. They were big. They were like I said, even with Mia, she was supposed to be his assistant or whatever. She was getting her cheeks clapped by Diddy too. That's why she did not want Diddy to get her cell phone and send all they little nasty pictures of Diddy and her to Cassie, because she was supposed to be Cassie's friend, and really and truly she was sleeping with Diddy behind Cassie's back. So I'm not for one moment, and I went there and listened and seen her testify on the stand. So there's no way that you gonna tell me that, oh, Mia was, but no, Mia was a hoe on the low. I'm sorry, she was not no victim. She was with the smoke. Because if she was not with the smoke, you would have told somebody that Diddy raped you. Graped you. I'm sorry, grape. Let me not get in trouble. That you would tell somebody that Diddy raped you. I don't care if it was a long cousin from a long time ago. You would tell somebody. You would tell somebody, and you wouldn't be over there calling him every 5 seconds and telling him how much you love him and I miss you and all this other stuff. If somebody raped you, I'm sorry. And because from what we know, they were not supposed to be in no sexual relationship. They were only supposed to be, she was only supposed to be his assistant or something like that. So Stockholm syndrome doesn't apply to me in this situation because you shouldn't have been, allegedly you weren't sleeping with him. But really and truly, when I listened and seen her on the stand testifying with her head like this, the whole time testifying, the forehead was testifying, not the mouth. That the head was testifying during survival while she was on the stand. That's when I was like, this hoe America, this hoe on the low needs to stop with the shenanigans, okay? This one of the girls that you do not want to bring around your man, ladies. She'll be smiling, hey, Lounge, yeah, hey, Lounge, how you doing? Yeah, and then try to smile all in Jamil's face during survival, right? When I turn my back, she all trying to smile in my man's face. Talking about, hey, how y'all doing? Yeah, yeah, popping her lipstick on and stuff like that. Girl, go sit down and have a couple of seats. You was a hoe on the low, and we all know it, right? You just got busted and brought to open shame. That's why you was just like this over there on the stand trying to lie and testify and saying that Diddy raped you. Diddy did not grape you. You was over there getting your cheeks clapped by Diddy. And then you was acting like you're a whole victim, trying to throw your grape card in when it was convenient for you. Because ain't nobody heard that you then got raped. You've been with Diddy all these years and you taking notes for this and taking notes for that. And then you ain't took no notes to tell anybody that Diddy raped you. Girl, go sit down and have a seat. Go and sit down and have a seat. But that's what I'm saying. So y'all, these are my thoughts. Like I said, Diddy's a whole monster, and everybody can agree, right? We can all agree that Diddy's a monster. He put the hands, he put the elbows, he will put the cell phone, he will hit you with the mouse, be throwing laptops. He is a whole demonic entity. But what we can't give him is something that if you were willing and participating and texting him through, and you was with him for 3 years. You was with him for 3 years. Why didn't you go and tell? You wait 3 years to go tell when you didn't get your rent paid, or maybe you didn't get a ring, or you got fired. No, them was hoes on the low or in the open, right? I'm just saying. YouTube Screet said most victims don't tell right away. That's true. But when I seen the way that she was acting on the stand with my own eyes, when me and my baby went there in the courtroom, I was like, no. It's not giving me victim. It's not giving me victim vibes. No, you could tell a real victim from like somebody who is not in portraying and perpetrating a fraud. I'm sorry. You have real victims that don't even, like, you could tell, like, I didn't remember her even crying on the stand. Now, if you was, and everybody is different, right? I can't say how people react, but I'm telling you, the vibe that I got from her when I was there in the courtroom was not a good vibe. It was like, I'm a hoe on the low. I was sleeping with my friend's man, and I did not want my friend to find out that I was sleeping with her man, and I was in love with her man just like she's in love with him. That's exactly what that was given, right? That's exactly what that was given. And if y'all were there, I'm telling you, a lot of people, check the other YouTube channels out. They'll tell you the same thing. She was a hoe on the low. She was trying to make sure that Cassie did not find out that she was sleeping with Diddy, because she was making all kind of videos. She made him a whole collage book. She was even texting him from the evidence in court that we seen. She was texting him 11 times. Oh, I love you and I miss you. And Diddy, some of the times Diddy did not even respond to her. So that's how I could tell she was nothing but a thought. So she need to go and sit down somewhere. That's why she didn't want nobody to know back in her hometown who she was, because she was over there testifying with the head down, making sure nobody got a picture of her. Because they was, if they would have known who she was, which they already doxed her, oh, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Mia is a hoe on the low. Y'all want to get a chance at the doorknob? Okay, yeah, you whatever you want, yeah, and she will provide you. She'll make scrapbooks for you, and she will be doing videos for you, and she'll text you 50 million 11 times, right? She'll get on your nerves. She'll text you. She was texting Diddy a whole lot of stuff, right? So y'all cannot fool me. Look, the wool is pulled off of my eyes from this case, because at first I was like, oh no, Diddy did all these people wrong. It's sad. He should go to prison for life and this, that, and the third. He should go to jail for some years. I do believe that. I do believe that. But for other stuff, they should have charged him with something else that could have showed me that it could stick for that. So I'm just saying, y'all, but it's crazy. Hey, Big Tone. Big Tone says she wanted to be the main person. Yes, they all wanted to be the main person. They were running a never-ending race. Have y'all ever been in a never-ending race? Have y'all ever been in a never-ending race? It's like, y'all know how the water flows down rivers and it's always gonna flow down the river. Have y'all ever seen waterfalls that it keeps on falling? It's been falling for the last centuries. I mean, the waterfall has been just falling, and you can stay there. I mean, 1940, it was doing the same thing. 1950 the water is still flowing, doing the same thing. 1960, the water is still flowing, the same pattern, doing the same thing. This is what they were doing. They were running a race that's never ending until the end of times. When we are dead, gone in the grave, it's still going to be, the waterfall is still going to be falling and moving, across the way in the same pattern, right? So they all was running a whole never ending race. So I am not even surprised, because hold on just a second. Okay, so they're all running hey Grace, how are you? So they're all running a never-ending race. But y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all. Go check out the Art of Dialogue. Check out that video. The name of it is Dr. Umar exposes shocking plot on R. Kelly in prison and reveals the real reason they want him gone. So go and check out that video on the Art of Dialogue. It just posted a few hours ago. And y'all, if y'all want to leave more comments in the comment box below about that 30-minute video that we just broke down, please leave a comment, because I want to know how y'all feel, because all of this is just getting crazier and crazier by the day. Y'all know we're gonna be on Diddy Watch, Juror Watch this week starting tomorrow, so y'all know we're gonna go live again. And if I do all of my laundry, because y'all know I don't like doing laundry, but if I do all of my laundry and get all my stuff, my clothes, clean, I may go live again later, but I'm not making no promises. If I do my laundry and get my chores done, look, my chores, I have to talk to myself. Don't you got to talk to yourself like that sometimes? You be like, if you clean up your room, you can go ahead and go to Walmart and buy maybe 2 outfits. Or if I clean up my room, maybe I can go get my feet done, right? We got to talk to ourselves sometimes, right? We got to talk to ourselves like we had to tell our kids, if you don't get in there, clean up that room, you ain't going outside. We have to talk to ourselves sometimes, right? Gracie laughing, right? We do. We had to, if you don't clean that bathroom, you can't go and get you a little special drink over there at the little specialty drink shop, right? We have to talk to ourselves. I mean, I have to, I'm for real, because I'd be like, oh girl, you need to finish that laundry today, like today. And I'd be like, okay, I have to talk to myself. If you don't do this, you're not gonna do that, right? So The struggle. Maria said the struggle is, yes, the struggle is real. No, what the struggle is I have my closet and it's huge, and it looks like, my daughter always telling me it looks like the Mall of America in there. And I'm like, okay, okay. You know, I got Shein, I got Temu everywhere, and I'm like, and it's all organized like a mall. It's all neat in the little cubby holes, all nice and neat and pretty and everything. But I was like, I need to go ahead and start getting rid of stuff, right? I need to go and throw it all in the trunk, and then just, you know, stuff I haven't worn, stuff I don't even, just throw it in the trunk and take it to the Goodwill, right? I'm trying. I'm going to try to behave myself. But y'all, if I do get my laundry done, I might go live again because it's kind of early, right? But if I don't, that means I did not listen to myself's rules. Look, to myself's rules and get my laundry done, right? Jamil says Mall of America. Yes, I got the Mall of the Americas going on in my closet. It's crazy, but it's very neat, very organized. Everything is in order. Everything is dressed, but it's just stuff that I don't wear. I need to get rid of, right? I need to get rid of it. But anyway, thanks for stopping in, y'all. I love each and every one of y'all. Thank you, loving myself, my mod, and everybody. Y'all smash the like button on your way out if y'all didn't already do so. If y'all are on the replay, hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel, you guys. We're on Diddy Watch starting tomorrow. But y'all, if I do my laundry like I'm trying to tell myself, right? I'm trying to told myself, then I'll do another live, because I think I got some stuff while I'm doing the laundry, loving myself. See, I could be watching that video and then we could talk about that video. See, I'm trying. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to do right. Jamil says free Diddy. Okay, Jamil says free Diddy, y'all. Free Diddy. Love Myself says I'm going to email you my address and you can send some of your stuff my way that's good, that you're going to get rid of. I know, right? Look, send me your address and I'll send it right on over, honey. Because I'm telling you, I got so much stuff, y'all. I got outfits I haven't even worn yet. I'm like thinking, you know, you buy like this outfit, that outfit, then by the time it's like, okay, you can return it, and you be like, oh, damn, I didn't miss the return date, you know? So I'm like, just put it in the cubby hole. I'm like, I need to get rid of this stuff. It's like a crying shame. I need to get, you know, and I'm trying not to go shopping because y'all know I love Temu. Like, I'm a cheap, like, I love cute stuff. But if I can spend like $1 or $2 or something like that, y'all, I'm telling you, I'll be in there like swimwear. My whole closet, it may not be even worth that much, but I'm telling you, I love shopping. That got to be cute, right? But anyway, y'all, thank you guys. I love y'all. And y'all, like I said, if I do what I'm supposed to do, then we'll go live again. But thanks for stopping in. I love you guys. Always lead with love, peace, and tranquility, y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next live. Love y'all. Bye-bye.